official Kings watch along here on YouTube. I am Kayla Kinnear. Joining me today we have Anna Connolly, Jared Shaffron. Guys, game 1, round 1 against Colorado. How are we feeling on a Sunday at noon?
Feeling great.
I love that.
Yeah. It's beautiful in LA.
It is beautiful.
It is a gorgeous day.
It's great here at Tom. We got a great group of Kings fans on hand here at Tom's, and you know what? Never better to have an underdog story, am I right?
Right? That's the thing I've been saying. Like, the pressure's not on us, it's on them. In the last few years, it has most definitely been on us. So I'm excited to see how we respond, being the underdog, not having the weight on our shoulders this year.
Puck is down, game is on, as they say.
Let's go. And we're off.
And we're off.
It's like, I can't believe it's already
It's just because of how late the clinch happened, right? It's just a quick turnaround.
Yes.
Sometimes that can be a good thing, not a lot of time to think about it. Sometimes, you know what, they don't have a lot of time to prepare, so.
Thrown right in, here we are.
Okay, we're in the chat. They're already asking for our first goal predictions.
Oh, great.
Because last couple times we've scored so quickly.
We didn't have time to make one. I mean,
I'm going to Panarin. I'm grabbing Panarin right now.
I'm going Juice.
I think that's a good one.
Shaff, Jared.
I'm going with Laugh.
Laugh.
Okay.
I like that. My second pick would have been Kobe. Like a way to set it up.
Absolutely.
Set the playoffs off to a hot start.
For Jared, I feel like Laugh going with 14, 12, or 55 is the logical answer right now because they've been on such a tear, especially this week.
Yep.
But there's something about the media availability with Artemi Panarin yesterday that just makes me think that man is ready to just put on a show. It was.
Tell everybody.
He's so electric.
What makes you say that?
He was there. He had his shirt off. He had his Russian Orthodox cross chain hanging, and he was like, I love playoffs. I'm ready to go. And it was electric.
Locked in.
It was like, I want this guy on my team. Whatever my team is, this guy's got to be on my team.
We love that. All right, chat, let us know who you're picking for first goal. Is my chat working?
And I don't know, you know, lineup-wise, the Kings went with the lineup that they had yesterday in practice when they were at Toyota Sports Performance Center. The top 6 is unchanged from what we've seen during their run. Kopitar, Kempe, and Panarin. Second line, Byfield, Laferriere, Moore. Third line's been very good. Avalanche starting to put some pressure on. Third line, Lawton, Wright, Armia. And then Hellenius on the fourth line with Jeff Malott, who is back after missing a couple games with a cut to his ear. But that healed up while the team was on the road. He's back. And then Matthew Joseph is in. So Taylor Ward out, Alex Turcotte out. Andrei Kuzmenko was activated from IR, not ready to jump right into the lineup just yet.
But is on the road trip.
But he's on the trip. Yep, he was activated from IR. And then defense, no changes from what we've seen. Goaltender, Anton Forsberg. So that's the lineup for the Kings today.
And remember, the narrative in playoffs is we are protective. We don't tell anybody our injuries. So DJ Smith yesterday during media said everybody is good to go except, of course, Kevin Fiala. So that's it. That's pretty much the narrative moving forward. Whereas regular season, you're a little bit more transparent. That goes away in the postseason.
Early first 2.5 minutes, Avalanche have had 3 shots on net, and Anton Forsberg is looking comfortable, which is a key, right? He's got to be the best player for the LA Kings to have a chance to just stay in there with Colorado. They come in waves. They're so good. We haven't talked about them at all, but obviously Nathan McKinnon and Cale Makar, they're top 2 players up front and on the back end. And Scott Wedgwood has taken over as the starting goaltender. Both of their goalies, Wedgwood and Mackenzie Blackwood, have been very good this year. But Wedgwood has taken the reins, kind of like Forsberg, where down the stretch they've leaned on him, and he's been excellent. So he's getting the start for Colorado. Kings don't have a shot yet on him. As the Avalanche are, I think for the Kings, like the first 5 minutes, you got to withstand this crazy, you know, like always when you have a playoff game, you got a team like Colorado, their fans are loud, they're going to come after you in the first couple minutes. You got to withstand the first 5 minutes or so, get yourselves into the game, get everybody kind of up to speed, and then you start trying to work your way into the game.
Settle in. Someone asked in the chat, are we happy that at least it isn't Edmonton?
I don't know. Our LA Kings game ops group chat, I was pretty much trolling everybody saying, let's go for the 5-peat.
You were,
So
yes.
I'll double down on that hill. How about you?
I mean, no, I would rather face Edmonton. But, you know, it is what it, you know, at least you're not going to have a situation where you've lost to the same team 5 years in a row, so that's a positive
good.
thing.
I was very confident that this year was our year against them.
Well, maybe it will be. It just might be in the second round instead of the
That's
first.
very true, Jared. Thank you. Yeah.
I guess actually it would have to be the third round. Yeah, because the Kings are now in the Central Division bracket.
Dallas or Wild.
Yeah, they would face the winner of Minnesota Dallas.
Which, by the way, can we talk about yesterday's games?
No, yeah.
Insane.
Wow.
Great games.
Yeah. Did not expect the Dallas Wild game really surprised me.
I think that surprised everybody. The Wild just showed up. It was insane.
Yeah, what'll be interesting to see is how Dallas responds, right?
Yeah.
Like, okay, it's one game, you know. I think everyone expected Minnesota to be a really competitive team in the series. You didn't expect that outcome in game one, but I think for Dallas, they're still at home, and they're going to respond. So it'll be interesting to see game two in that series.
My dad is a diehard Minnesota Wild fan, and he was even shocked.
Yeah.
He was stoked, but shocked.
Jared and Anna, you guys might have more insight into this. Someone said, might we see Kuzmenko in game two? When you're coming back from an injury, that when you've been out for this long of a stretch, is it better to keep them out than to throw them in a playoff game? Or what is your take on that?
I think, you know, that's hard because I've never played in a situation like that. I think there's pros and cons to both. I think sometimes it's nice if you have a family to see your kids and to be home and you know, kind of have a little bit of a reset, even if it is a short reset. But I think in this specific instance, it would have been nice to be in Colorado just because the altitude and what the challenges that like the longer your body is in a city like Denver, the easier it'll acclimate, and the more time you're there, the better you'll acclimate when you're on the ice like this. The Kings didn't get a practice. They didn't get a chance to skate.
That's crazy.
But they also didn't know they were facing Colorado, so they didn't know that it's not like they could have planned for that.
That's just it. I thought it was interesting because I texted Kayla and Carlin on Friday, and I said, Carlin, are you in Denver or are you home? And she goes, yeah, we got home pretty late from Calgary on Thursday night, and then you know, and the narrative is, I imagine at that point you would have been on the road for, 10 days by the time that it's all said and done. And that's hard. It's hard to not be in your own bed. Even if you're staying at nice hotels, it is a lot better to be in your own bed. Again, see the family, get a little R&R. So that narrative, I feel like, helps. However, I was surprised, given that it is in such a difficult place to play in the Mile High City, because I would have rather skated.
And then on the opposite end, right, like there was still a scenario on the last day of the regular season that we could have played at home, or played against Anaheim, which is basically at home.
Yeah.
So if that had happened and we had stayed on the road longer to wait, then you're like, oh, we just wasted an opportunity to rest and be home and see everybody. So I totally see both sides to the situation, and if the Kings had faced Edmonton, if they were in Edmonton, they'd have been going from Calgary, Alberta to LA to Edmonton, Alberta in the same province. So that I could see that wouldn't have made any sense either. So there was really no great way to handle it. I think the decision the Kings made was, hey, we love our home, we love LA, we love our families, let's just go home, spend a quick night at home, and then reset and get ready for whoever we're going to play. And they made that decision before, you know, with hotels and everything, they had to have everything booked. So they made the decision that they're going home before they knew they were going to Colorado.
But the entire team, the broadcast, they all packed as if they were going to be on the road for 10 days, still, potentially.
Everybody in the front office, too. Big suitcases. Oh.
Let's go.
Couple good chances for Adrian Kempe here. Kings didn't have any shots in the first 5 minutes, but Kempe, I think, realized if you get the puck in the offensive zone over the offensive blue line, put it on goal, just force their goaltender to make a save. So they're going to take a media timeout right now. 13 minutes left in the first period. Hey, 0-0. Not a great start. Obviously, could be better, but could be a lot worse too.
No, and I'm trying to think the first couple of minutes what you're going to see as I think this series goes along. Correct me if you're wrong. This is a little bit of my opinion, but I think back to the last home game of the regular season against the Oilers. That was really, I think, the most LA Kings identity type hockey that we've seen this season in that game, where it is the forwards are skating. They are tracking back. They are getting back to play defense, and that is LA Kings hockey identity, defense first. And then you see, Adrian Kempe, Andre Kopitar being able to transition into the offensive zone, rattle off some shots. That second forward into the zone follows up on the rebound, or at least is up on the rush. And then that third forward, it's a little bit unique. You really have to read and react and understand, have a really great ice awareness. But as soon as you don't get that rebound, you got to book it back. And so I think that's going to be something to pay attention to in this series, especially today, to set the tone, is what are the forwards doing? How much defense are the forwards playing? And pay attention to Colorado on the rush, and not necessarily looking at the puck, but looking at the team in white transitioning from the offensive zone to the defensive zone. I don't know if I said that well. If you want to rebuttal it.
Yeah, I think the best Kings opportunities are probably going to come on the counter attack because they are going to be defending.
Yeah, they got to be quick.
But the problem is if they're stuck defending and they're tired, then they're not going to have any energy left in their shift, especially in Colorado.
Clear
when we look
the puck.
at the altitude there. I think the key to today's game is to be able to take as short of shifts as possible, especially in the first two periods. I think in the third period, maybe they'll get their legs underneath them a little bit more. The first period, you have that adaptation to the altitude. You're going to get winded faster. That's just science. The second period is math. Your bench is farther away from your own zone. So it's going to be harder for you to get those changes because your bench is farther away. That's just what it is the second period. So if the Kings can keep their shifts short in the first two periods and keep the game close, then I think this third period they can start to work their identity and start to worry about some of the other parts of their game. They just kind of got to withstand the first two.
Well, and I think too. What was I going to say? It was a specific game. No, the whole narrative in the media availability yesterday was essentially that. Hey, let's simplify and let's contain, but then let's read and react on the right times, and the right times that we can read and react.
And I think the other thing is, realistically, you're just trying to find a way to win one out of two.
See, and you know what? That's exactly how the Wild-Dallas game, or Minnesota-Dallas game went yesterday, is Minnesota won that game and essentially won it in such a prolific fashion because they kept the puck in the offensive zone. Did you see how many times they were just...
Well, they also have Quinn Hughes, so they're able to keep the puck in the offensive zone because they have the best player on the ice.
I mean, that helps, but even if you look at, and it's funny because the narrative with Minnesota was, they don't have center depth. Bill Guerin goes, he tries to get a centerman and he ends up with Quinn Hughes. Okay, well that works. Every center essentially scored yesterday because your defense up at the point are able to keep the puck in the zone.
Quick Bailey drive-by. What do you want to say? Go Kings, go? Love that.
Go Kings, go. Well done, Bailey.
Bailey ate and left no crumbs on the mic.
That's a great point, Jared. See, this guy knows puck. I love it.
I'm dying.
They don't call him the king of the jungle for nothing.
Right?
See,
all right.
We also had a people in the chat noting the big Lakers win last night. Our friends, our roommates at Crypto.com Arena. Big win over the Rockets. Obviously, Kevin Durant was out, so that
we love that the Lakers got home court advantage because then they're going to go to Houston and leave it wide open for the
We're flip-flopping. We're trading. Because that was going to be interesting, too. Should we have gotten our first games
Colorado
at home?
right now, the Denver Nuggets have home court. So it's Nuggets, Avalanche. Tomorrow, Nuggets. The next day, Avalanche.
That's a lot of turnaround for
chaotic,
the
our friends
crew.
on the FanDuel Sports Network. They do not get to leave anything in the building because they got to they literally wheel their truck out and get out of the way so that the Nuggets can come in and then bring their truck back in after the Nuggets game tomorrow.
That is just insane.
That's a lot.
Oh my gosh. That's my favorite part about working in sports is seeing the behind the scenes of that, like talking to the equipment guys and hearing about the logistics of everything.
So many moving
That's
parts.
really hard.
All right, halfway through the first period, I got to say, the last 5 minutes, the Kings have done well. We haven't seen any crazy Avalanche opportunities. No shots on goal for Colorado.
Yeah,
now,
Colorado's
Kings
at 4,
aren't necessarily
we're at 3.
dominating, but you know what? As long as you keep them out of your zone, that's like a win right there. Check out the chat. What do we got here?
He's got to step up. His line has to step up in a big way.
Question, when might we see Kuzmenko? It's a big question. I don't know that we... I think they're going to call Jared Wright. Oh, actually not Jared Wright. It's Armia. So looks like a
Colorado
penalty to Joel Armia. Kings are going to be shorthanded, but you know, I think for Kuzi, going back to Kuzi, I think that when you look at Kuzi, I think he's more of a plan B or a plan C. So I do think we would see him if the Kings are behind in the series. If they lose today, maybe that's what you do to change things up as you bring in some more offense.
The chat is saying audio isn't working
It feels good to go.
and that it's quiet.
We're audio good.
We're having our audio on it.
So yeah, it looks like we had an audio glitch, but we are back.
Okay.
And it's still 0-0, so
Yes.
as you can see on the scoreboard, 0-0.
To your point about Kuzi, too, I wonder if there's a narrative where you do wait until you're back at home because there's no shape like a hockey shape, especially in Colorado.
Yeah, I don't think that's necessarily, like, I think plan A is
Get him
you
in there.
win all the games without Kuzmenko and you don't have to worry about Kuzmenko because this is your top lineup. You might have an injury. That becomes Kuzmenko's your plan, or Turcotte, or Taylor Ward, whoever's not in. Those are your, you know, depending on who is out of the lineup. If it's a winger that's in the top 9 that gets hurt, Kuzi's a great option. He comes in. If you're not getting enough scoring against Colorado, if you get shut out and you need more scoring, well, Kuzi's the best offensive player who's out right now, so he's maybe but if you're having trouble defending, I don't know that Kuzmenko is your first option to come in and help defend. He's not that guy. So it just depends on what you need when you're looking to pivot. Listen to DJ Smith with a quick bench interview.
He cracks me up.
I
He's
love
got
him.
the red
He's
tie on.
hysterical.
He's
great.
wearing the red tie. Did you guys? Okay.
I did hear Carlin
Yeah.
tell that story.
Yes, he during that home win streak, he wore that red tie for like 5 straight games, I think, and it brought us good luck. So I love that he's wearing it again today. Do what you got to do, you know.
So that's funny. Somebody said the Dodgers are playing against the Colorado Rockies. That actually was a narrative. I did hear that when they were trying to find hotels to book for the team to stay in. They were like, well, the Dodgers took the hotel that we normally stay in Denver, so we had to pivot. So there's so many logistics that go into the first round. So, I mean, the
God,
playoffs
Dodgers
as a
just
whole.
mess everything up, don't they?
Seriously.
So the one crazy stat about Colorado that I don't understand, no one's been able to understand the whole season. Colorado is one of the worst teams in the NHL on the power play.
I did see that.
How does that make any sense?
And
I don't understand. We don't watch them every game, right?
Out of all the playoff teams, they have the best penalty kill too.
Now I gotta be careful.
Yeah, I
about
know.
the
Let's
jinx.
not jinx it.
But it's funny because DJ Smith yesterday said, hey, I know we talk about how good they are offensively, but remember, they're a pretty good defensive team. And then there was that stat that came out there, like 84.3 or something on the penalty kill, which puts them at the best penalty kill out of all the teams that made it to the Stanley Cup playoffs. Which
That's right.
It's just like, you wouldn't have that on your bingo card with this team,
Right.
given the roster, how many people are there, or how many good offensive players are there.
Couple looks across the crease, but Kings have gotten some clears. They've been able to keep their killers fresh. They're getting some clears. 30 seconds left on the PK.
You gotta say, Drew Doughty has absolutely Drew Doughty has absolutely played so well as of lately. I think he is like just feeling himself, and he said it yesterday in media availability. He feels healthy. He's going into the postseason healthy. He wasn't feeling like that last year going into the postseason. If you remember, he was out for most of the season until the Four Nations break. And you just saw in that penalty kill, upon that, not when it got killed, but clearing. You might see it right here. Look at how physical he is. He's just plays the body. Look at that. Gets the puck out of there and then takes McKinnon out of it and just plays the body. Lays down a little heat. Not going to be called in the playoffs. At least it shouldn't be. But just pay attention to how physical he is around that net and his net front presence. And that is the veteran leadership that you can see in the postseason from a guy like Drew.
Cranking it up a notch.
Yeah, he just knows how to turn it on.
Like I said, withstand that early. Kings have done it. I mean, they played well middle part of this period, and they killed off a penalty that really was kind of a ticky-tack call. We didn't really go into the call on Armia. Like, the stick of Landeskog broke, and the officials tend to call that, but the actual slash that he gave really wasn't too much. So it was kind of a ticky-tack call. So hopefully that's good for the Kings, right? They kill that penalty off. Maybe the next call goes in their favor.
That was a physical PK.
Yeah. Still got 6 minutes left in the first.
I know I don't like to be that person, but really lame call. You don't call that in the playoffs. What is that?
Let them play.
Get out of here.
I personally kind of hate that call anyway.
Yeah,
This is a side note, but Josh and I argue over that a lot.
What would Josh say?
I think it's hard. Like, my argument is that when you stick check someone and you hit their stick, if it doesn't break, it never gets called a slash.
Interesting.
If the stick does break, they always call it a slash.
Yeah.
But like we saw on that replay with Armia, he barely touched the stick. It wasn't much. But the stick broke, so the referees see the stick break, they're like, oh, he must have really chopped it. Or if a player drops their stick out of their hands, a lot of times the referees call it slashing. But was the drop just that he dropped the stick, or was the drop actually because of a slash? It's a really hard judgment call for the referees, and it's just frustrating for me because sometimes you can really hack someone pretty hard, and their stick doesn't break and nothing gets called.
Yeah.
So, or they hold on to they have strong hands. They hold on to their stick. Like a lot of times when guys drop their stick, I'm like, hang on to your stick. Come on, it's not a penalty. Just hang on to your stick.
Someone in the chat asked, is Mikey in the building? Mikey is not. He had another work obligation today that he is at, but he will be here for the watch-along on Tuesday. Not to fear.
I'm pretty sure he is commenting.
Mikey is not here. He's commenting. Look at this.
Oh, Marty.
Look at Marty.
Quick question for Anna and Kayla. Is Mikey as handsome in real life as he is on the video board? He looks
even more
so handsome in the arena. It's intimidating,
like to ask
honestly,
Mikey,
Loki.
does he enjoy watching the watch-alongs more than the actual game? Like, is Mikey just watching us, or is he watching the game?
I'm sure he's got,
It's
well,
a great
he is
question.
working right now at
Right, that's
another
what I'm saying.
job.
He might not be
so-
able to watch the game, but he chose to watch us instead.
He did. Thank you, Mikey. We miss you. The fans miss you. And we'll see you Tuesday. Oh, we didn't answer the question. Anna, do you want to answer?
What is the question? Oh, is he more handsome?
Is Mikey as handsome in real life as he is on the video board?
even more
Even more.
handsome?
Yes.
So
You had no idea. Once you
Single
see him in
ladies.
person, you were just like speechless.
I saw Panarin with a shot on net, and it reminded me of a funny moment as Anna was talking about his media availability yesterday.
Do tell.
And Zach Dooley asked him about Artemi Panarin was a member of the Columbus Blue Jackets. And they actually were the last team in, and they upset the #1 team, the Tampa Bay Lightning. Just what the Kings are trying to do. So he has experience doing this.
We love that.
So Zach Dooley obviously knows this. Obviously asked him, and Artemi didn't understand the question right away at first. He just kind of looked at Zach, not really sure, and Zach said, "When you won against Tampa like this," and he was like, "I don't think about this." It
I
was
did?
just funny.
Yes.
He was like, "I think about the next game. I don't think about it." But to me, like, that is an experience that there's only 2 Kings players that are here that were part of the 2012 upset of Vancouver, Kopitar, Doughty. Surely they're going to be vocal. They're going to tell other players about what that was like. But no one else has experience except for Panarin.
Yes.
So, and it's funny, I don't even think he remembered maybe about it until Zach reminded him.
Short memory, you know. On to the next.
Which is so great because when the Kings acquired Artemi Panarin, the first thing out of Zach Dooley's mouth, you probably can speak to this a little bit more because I'm sure you guys are in the office together. But he goes, "Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. He's one of my favorite players ever." I remember him making his debut in Columbus, and like he signed up for, I think it was like this Fox Sports streaming at the time, and he like signed up specifically to like get that, or maybe like illegally streamed it in like his high school room or something. It was like, I remember watching that. I literally would tune into the Columbus Blue Jackets games just to watch him. He was one of my favorite players, and it was so cool to see Zach yesterday. Like I kind of got like a chills moment, because he was so professional, and he just went like, it was like a bunch of other media people are around, you know, it's a scrum, but Zach just had the mic and was going back and forth with him, and it was the best because I'm like, Zach's just doing this off the noggin. This is genuinely like somebody asking one of his favorite players questions, like so from the heart, so genuine, and you could see when he was so taken aback, you could see Zach kind of get a little, "Oh, yeah, I know your career. Here we go."
I didn't know Zach was a longtime Panarin fan. I love that.
He is, right? I'm not wrong on that one.
Yeah,
He's a big
Zach,
Panarin fan.
I mean, honestly, he's rooted for a couple teams, I feel like. He's not a forever Kings fan, but I think he just is a fan of Artemi Panarin.
Yes.
Like, just loved watching him when he was with Columbus or with Chicago, Rangers, his previous teams.
And Zach is so professional with how he carries himself around the players, and you could just tell if you knew yesterday. I was like, this must be such a cool. There are cool moments when you work in sports and you get to sit there and be like, whoa, this is my favorite player growing up, and I'm talking to him.
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely. People are asking about if we can zoom in on the game. We do not air the game due to copyright issues, and
The game is on 2 different channels
yeah,
if you're in
you
LA.
can watch the game on 2 different channels if you're local. We just are watching the game with you watching the game at home. So we do not air the game.
It is 2026, people. We are multi-screen girlies. Okay? I've got like 3 screens going at one moment. You gotta
Jared's
get on.
like-
You gotta get on board.
Anton Forsberg with his 8th save of the period. He has looked good. I mean, he's looked every bit of the part that the Kings want. TNT feed showing a really nice replay of Adrian Kempe. Made a beautiful move behind the net. Tried to bring it out in front. It was deflected away, but Joel Edmondson kept it alive. And you know what? I think, like I said, I think this has been a pretty good first period so far for the Kings. Obviously, you'd like to be winning in the game at 0-0, but you know, I think they've done okay here, and it'd be nice for them to get a lead, because longer it stays scoreless, probably the more time that the Avalanche are going to have the puck and continue to weigh down on the Kings. But I do think LA has played pretty well here in the first what are we, almost 16 minutes, 16 minutes through.
Can we talk about Forsberg for a second? Because he's really found his groove in these last few months. What do you think the turning point or the switch was?
It's a great question. I think, he's obviously comfortable in the NHL. He's been in the league long enough. I think maybe if you look at, sometimes it takes a little players adjust when they come to a new city. You've been with Ottawa for a while. He wasn't playing so poorly earlier in the season.
No.
But I do think
it's like he just cranked it up a notch.
I think he just became more comfortable with this team, with this environment, with being around here. And, I also think for some players, it's interesting to look how they came out of the Olympic break, right?
Yeah.
Like, Anton Forsberg was actually really close to getting a nod to play in the Olympics. Was left off his home country, Sweden's roster. And again, I don't think it was a snub. Oh, here's a chance for Trevor Moore.
Go.
Oh, great save.
Trevor Moore.
That's about as good of a chance as you're going to get for Trevor.
Oh.
Nice job by Drew Doughty.
Oh.
Throwing it in front.
So close. Come on.
So they're just relentless. They're just setting up.
3 good chances in a row. See, it's a shame that they didn't get to convert, because I think that's one of the things DJ Smith talked about. Like, Kings aren't going to get a ton of chances. They got to make sure they capitalize when they get them. But also, you give credit to Wedgwood. He made saves on all 3 of those shots.
Jim Hiller said that at some point this season earlier on. He was like, it's about capitalizing on the chances. It does, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if the other team has 50 chances and you have 3. If you capitalize on all 3 chances, then you're winning the game at the end of the day. And it sounds so ridiculous. It's totally one of those answers. It's like, what's the game plan? We got to score more goals than the other team. But at the end of the day, that is the game. That's the game plan.
Question in the chat, which we had during the watch along on Monday at the Cosm, that Patrick O'Neill and Jarrett Stoll answered. So I'll ask you guys as well. Who do you think gets the C next year?
I mean, I heard Soley. I think.
Oh yeah,
Drew
Jared
Doughty
was also there Monday. Yes.
Well, I wasn't in front of the camera. I was there.
BTS.
I think for me, like, you got to see what's going on with Drew's contract status.
Yeah.
Next year is the last year of Drew's contract. So if you're able to work on an extension with Drew and find some common ground for what the later years of his career look like, I think then he probably ends up being the captain as a guy who, but you don't really want your captain being in the last year of his contract and then not really sure what the status is going to be, because it's going to lead to a lot of questions. So, I mean, I'm sure it would lead to questions anyway if Drew's not the captain, right? He's been here so long. But I think if it's not Drew, then you're looking at Adrian Kempe, because he signed that contract extension. He's got 8 years. He's going to be with this team. So, gotta go Kings go.
Gotta go Kings go, going with Bailey next to us. By the way, they both also said Drew Doughty. That was their answer. Anna, who would you go with?
I think Adrian Kempe, but I think DJ Smith said something yesterday about Quentin Byfield. Do you remember that?
Yes.
He was like, this is his team. He is the leader of the young groups. Like, he is going to be the guy. So there's definitely a narrative there. Like, it's not so crazy to think that somebody could say, hey, just give him the team and let's see how it goes. I don't think that's far-fetched. There are guys like Adrian Kempe, even Mikey Anderson, who have to be very much in there just because of age-wise maturity, experience, and their role on the team. But it was an interesting, if you haven't seen that media availability, I would go watch it.
It's also hard because, I mean, the Kings, DJ Smith is the interim
Exactly.
head coach,
So it's
right?
like,
if DJ Smith is the coach,
how many decisions
just
is he
talk glowingly
making?
about Quentin Byfield, like maybe that, but I think you got to get your coach first, then your captain.
question marks.
One step at a time.
Let's go down the order in priorities, but that's why it's fun to speculate. Obviously, you just kind of throw things out there, but we're a little ways away. We got to figure out who the actual head coach is first. Get the interim tag. Either keep DJ Smith or find somebody else, whatever they're going to do. But that's kind of your first priority. Then once the coach gets in, you work with the team. You understand what you got on your roster. You have the captaincy vacant after Kopi retires, and you kind of go from there.
Well said. Someone said
I picked Juice.
I'd pick Juice because he's the most hated guy by Oilers for a reason.
Okay.
And that's the end of the first period. Scoreless after 20. All right, I'm going to leave you two for a second to give away some things, and I'll BRB.
Drew Doughty, just under 9 minutes, time on ice in the first period.
I mean, yeah, interesting. Interesting. I think.
You have the matchup line, obviously. You get
I
most
think,
hits.
honestly, like, that was pretty good for the Kings.
That was not-
Like, I don't know that everyone thought it was going to go that well. I certainly probably didn't. And you know what? I think that's where you look at, okay, well, get through the first period, build some confidence, like, hey, we're right here.
When you see the, what was it, like Ottawa, Carolina yesterday, things kind of opened up in the second period, I think, for Carolina.
Yeah,
So
and obviously Minnesota game also.
obviously the Minnesota game was, yeah, so definitely keep that momentum, keep that discipline, keep that flow state going into the second period.
We're going to give away some prizes, so get those raffle tickets out and ready.
Chris says he'd pick Juice for the captain.
And I like that.
Most hated guy by the Oilers, so that's always good.
Behind us. Okay.
It's so fun. It's so like,
I mean, it's
everybody that has an answer, I'm like, yeah.
it's sad though, because it's like for so long we haven't had to think about
Yeah,
that question. So it's like this is the first time fans are even weighing in on this question for so long, because you go from Dustin Brown to Anze Kopitar.
It's been the
Like,
most
there's been
obvious choice.
Yeah, there's been such great, consistent leaders on this team for so long.
792-186.
We got somebody winning a prize here. Awesome. We got a great group of Kings fans here.
I love free stuff. Electric. Nothing like some free stuff, guys. Which is why you should come down to these watch parties, because you can get free stuff. Who doesn't want free stuff?
All right, our second winner, is ticket number.
I'll let it tone down so you guys can hear the atmosphere a little bit, because it's very loud.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's loud in here. We can give you guys a little preview of the other games going on today too, because this is crazy. On the West Coast, we're always the last game.
And now we're the first.
We're the first game today. That's nuts. Not used to that at all. First of all, want to highlight probably, the most notable series for me is the Sabres and Bruins.
How could
right?
it not be?
I mean, I can't wait to get home to watch what that Buffalo building is going to be like.
Remind us where you're from again.
Well,
Tell the
I'm
people.
from further downstate in New York, so it's like an hour north of New York City.
Give it a name.
So, what's that?
Give it a name.
Well, I'm from Monroe, but no
So
one knows where that is.
Where do I get off on the Empire line?
Yeah, you can take the train to Harriman,
There you go.
or my parents now live in Warwick, which you're kind of closer to the
I know where that
Jersey
is.
border. So that's it's the New York City line. If you're taking Metro North, you can go to Beacon.
Works. My boyfriend's cousin, I think, lives there. Lots of land out there.
Oh yeah,
You can
yeah.
have great yards.
Yeah, it's big. It's farm country, which it's funny because it's really only an hour from the city.
Yeah, it's right there.
So it's like 6 hours from Buffalo, so not Buffalo.
But still,
And there's 3 teams to root for, so nobody roots for the Sabres where I'm from. But still, I know, obviously you come across people from Western New York, and they are dying hard.
well,
And it's crazy how long it's been since Buffalo made it. Like, I think about being a fan of the Sabres and how diehard you have to be, and what it's like. The last time they were in the playoffs was 2010, 2011.
yep.
Like, that's crazy.
Insane. So, I have some thoughts. One, I went to school in Syracuse, which I consider upstate New York. Zach Dooley, who is from Albany, yells at me every time I say that. He goes, "It's Western New York," and then I'm like, "It's not Western New York.
No.
It's Central New York, if anything." If you
Central,
want to
yeah.
have that argument, it's smack dab in the
As
middle.
someone who's further downstate, I'd say that Syracuse is upstate, but that's just
I
me.
think that's what I'm saying. I'm like, anything north of Poughkeepsie, we're going upstate. Okay, that's my general rule.
Zach would tell you anything north of Albany is
Yeah,
upstate.
because but it's interesting when you go look at a state, a state map in New York. Albany people oftentimes, even though it's in New York, it's New England. Like a lot of those people are Bruins fans. A lot of them are Red Sox fans. A lot of them are like Boston fans because it's what 3-ish hours away, maybe in traffic. So going to school in upstate New York, though, and being a part of the sports scene, it is the most electric sports scene ever. If you've ever, like, bucket list, if you are a sports fan, it does not matter if you're a Sabres fan or a Buffalo Bills fan, you got to go at some point to both of them because the games are so electric. I saw on ESPN yesterday, I think Leah Hextall did a great job. She was at like a kind of a place like this, and they were getting the swords out with the beers, and it was just like, it is so just wow. Let me get a Labatt Blue in my hand right now. The minute you walk into the building, you're like...
And also, let's be honest, like, they haven't exactly had a ton of success.
No, so they're taking advantage
whenever
of it.
they're in it, it's like, there's nothing else.
No,
like, the city's not even, like, I saw a couple of people are saying, the city's not even ready. Like, the city can't be ready for what this playoff run's going to be like for the Sabres.
Buffalo is so fun, too, because University of Buffalo is there. So there's, like, a couple of universities. I feel like I will die on this hill. It is the best place to go to college, upstate New York, because there's so many universities, and it's so, like, rural, but you're pulling from kind of big
like
cities.
a Syracuse alumni.
Yeah. We've been talking about it. Well,
I'm just jumping in.
Because it's like, no, because Buffalo is, I have so many Buffalo Sabres, because I bartended at a bar on campus, but we were like the game day bar. I have so many Buffalo Bills Labatt Blue t-shirts. I have so many Buffalo Sabres. I'm emotionally attached to these t-shirts. So I will say, my Western Conference team, obviously the Los Angeles Kings. My Eastern Conference team, I'm going to have to jump on that bandwagon.
Well,
really fun.
the hard thing for me is I'm loving the enthusiasm that Buffalo has, but I can't root for him. And that's because Marco Sturm is coaching the Bruins, and he's my guy. So I got to support the former Reign head coach Marco Sturm in his first ever playoff game tonight. Pretty cool.
Can you imagine?
I have a question. Do Sabres fans also fly through flaming tables, or is that just the Bills Mafia? Does that fan base cross over? Are they still the same wild group? Do we know?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay, just
I don't know if it's as like noticeable. I mean, my friends and I would go to whenever the Patriots would play the Bills every year. It would happen in December, which ironically enough, one of the years it was like 70 degrees. It was gorgeous weather. Upon arrival, you want to be in the grass lots, which are like the further lots that are cheaper. Like, that's the thing about sports in Buffalo and upstate in general. You want to be in the cheap seats. You want to be in the cheap parking lots because those are so much fun. First, upon arrival, it was a Tom Brady scarecrow on fire. They were burning it and beating it with a baseball bat. You're like, that's really aggressive, and like, also, give me a blue light. I need to like, I kind of want to participate. This is nuts. So I have been to the Buffalo Sabres arena. It's beautiful. It is gorgeous, and it has like a lake view, if I remember.
Yeah.
I went to their practice facility.
Right.
They have gorgeous. It's connected. It's so gorgeous. It's beautiful.
I've
can imagine.
There, but not for a game.
I haven't been there for a game.
I was there for the NHL draft.
Oh, nice.
The last time it was there.
Nice.
The NHL draft is back in Buffalo this summer, so good time to check it out. If the Kings, by the way, are not in the lottery because they're in the playoffs. Speaking of the draft, they're going to have the 17th pick.
Oh, okay.
Just got confirmed.
Take it.
So, that's if you want to. Now, I'm not going to tell anybody to go because they might trade the pick. So you never know. You don't want to go all the way out to Buffalo and then see the Kings trade the pick. But
Niagara Falls, Darien Lake.
It's a good. Much rather go there in the summer than the winter.
Yeah,
that's what I would recommend.
As a Chiefs fan, I despise Bills Mafia, but I'm very excited for the Sabres fan base. I'm a huge Tage Thompson fan, so I'm just excited for that group. Quick story time. For my other job, I was at a shoot with Gronk yesterday. Buffalo native.
He is Mr. Yes.
So I asked him, I was like, oh, I just assumed he lives in Tampa. I was like, are you rooting for the Lightning? And he goes, no, I'm rooting for the Sabres. He was like, I'm from Buffalo. He goes, but I've kind of adopted every team in the city I've been in. So he's like, I rooted for the Bruins, then I rooted for the Lightning, but he's like, Sabres trump all those.
I bet.
He was like, this time around, I am Team Sabres. So that's who
Good
Gronk's rooting
insight.
for.
Good insight.
That was great. That was really cool.
Is he
That
live
was
in
a subtle
Florida now?
flex.
He's Florida
He
man.
lives in Tampa full time. Yeah.
He's
That was
Florida
such a
man,
subtle
for
flex,
sure.
Kayla. You're like, so I was
I
just
didn't want
having
to
this
sound like that, but I think it's a fun
conversation.
story. Like, in case you're wondering who Gronk's rooting for, he's rooting for the Sabres because that's where he's from. But he also has ties, obviously, to the Bruins and the Lightning. So
Did he mention going to the game? I wouldn't like put it past him to be at the game, or at least his brother. His brother goes to a lot of the games, right?
probably, yeah.
His brother was at a lot of Syracuse basketball games when I was in college. Like, there's this.
How many brothers are there?
I don't know, but there's this
4 or
other
5.
guy that like. He's
I'm
like.
gonna pop off. I'll be right
No,
back.
you're good. You know the Davo at like Kings games where
Yes.
he's like there and he just knows everybody and he has like all these Instagram followers.
Davo Philly.
There's a guy in upstate New York that is like the equivalent, and he just would always be sitting courtside at Syracuse basketball games with. And I'd be like, and it was electric. They were like chug. It's in a very great way. It's lovely. It is electric. And it's a little different than LA. Like our game day bar, we were doing
think so, yes.
5 for 15 bucket of beers. Imagine that. Imagine
Say
that
that
on the
again.
Hermosa Beach Pier. 5 for 15. So $3 a beer.
Wow.
Electric.
That's when I was in college, we had 75-cent triple wells on Thursday nights.
I hate to break it to you.
What are we doing?
They were watering down that well.
That's probably true.
Down.
This was bottom of the barrel. This is not high quality.
Pinnacle's top shelf. Burnett's top shelf.
That was at the University of Missouri, Mizzou.
Big 12 Mizzou. Way better than SEC Mizzou.
Big 12 Mizzou. Oh, and the bar was called Big 12.
Oh.
All right.
Technically, for copyright issues, it was Campus Bar and Grill, but everyone called it Big 12.
Our peak was in college because that's electric. That was electric.
And that's college talk with Anna and Kayla.
Hey. I am excited for that Canadiens Lightning game too. I just think like everything playoff wise this year, it's so much fun. The games were so good yesterday. Even watching Minnesota just roll through Dallas was electric. And now we got a new guest.
Wow.
Welcome, Zamboni.
Okay,
Yes.
on.
Hello.
Hello.
How we doing over here? Okay.
Are you over there right now?
So I'm across the street right now.
Okay, tell everyone what you do.
I am preparing for Kingstock, which is the post-game show. 877-710-3776. 877-710-ESPN. Call us after the game, but during the game we know where to be, which is right here.
It's exactly right.
Wow. Tom's is rocking for this game, right?
It's lit on a Sunday.
No, this is like
1 p.m.
NFL Sunday playoff atmosphere right here. I love this.
Correct.
Yeah. No, this is good to go. What do we think so far of this game? I mean, first period, all I'm saying,
I
though,
will take this.
I will take this, although the Dowdy head to the sky is just, will that be the clip that we play in our heads all
I
night?
surely hope
certainly
not.
hope not.
I surely hope we redeem ourselves, but oh my gosh.
No.
Open net. Like,
But to be in this situation so far, considering how it started, I mean, it really started, it was an avalanche, truly, to start this game. It looked like it. It looked like it.
That's what Jared said. He was like, for the first 5 minutes, it's going to be rough. Get through that, get settled in, and then it'll calm down.
Calm
and
it down, and then see what happens now.
Yes.
But I don't know. I mean, look, the first line obviously looks good, and then Trevor Moore has a great chance
Yeah, he
also
had a shot.
on that Dowdy play. Trevor Moore had a great chance to start the game, and then he passed instead of shooting. But I like that. Lawton also got hit, could have been a penalty. Kempe's been all over McKinnon with a hand in the face. I love that. I love
We
Kempe
love
early on.
We love a scrappy juice.
Yeah. Get hand in the face, Kempe. I've seen the numbers on Kempe, by the way, in the playoffs. Kempe is excellent in the playoffs also. So, I mean, I'm looking forward to something here.
Okay, with 3.5 minutes to go until we start the middle
Okay.
frame, Sam, what are you paying attention to in the second period, and what would your keys be?
Okay, so keys here to the second period. I mean, look, I would say so far, I think Kadri is the guy to really keep your eye on. I mean, Nazem Kadri is the guy that I think could be that other guy here for the Avalanche that can make a difference. I've also said this. Lawton, Panarin, and DJ Smith, that combination has not faced the Avs yet. So we have not seen this version of the Kings versus the Avs. The key here, I would say, I still think this guy, 55, is the key to the series, Byfield. Okay?
DJ Smith seems to think the same thing.
Why? Explain that.
Okay, so
Is it
Quentin
offensive
Byfield-
or is it
No,
defensive
so Quentin
driven?
Byfield, the key to Byfield, he's very much like Andrzej Kopitar. He is a defensive forward. He has a chance to affect the game on both sides. He's trying to shut down the top line of the Avalanche and then at the same time find offense where he can. So even though we didn't hear Byfield's name on the play, LaFerriere was involved in that scrum in front of the net. Trevor Moore had the straight breakaway as well. So this line is creating something right now while also shutting down what the Avs can do offensively. That's the key. So it's Byfield. So in the second period, I expect, I'm feeling Trevor Moore. I'm feeling Trevor Moore in this second period, all right? That's the guy who's had the opportunities. He's gonna shoot, he's gonna have a shoot first mentality after that first shift where he didn't. And I see it as Trevor Moore. I also, so far, I wouldn't say that I've heard this name a ton yet. Panarin, right? I haven't heard a lot of Panarin. The line has been good, the first line, but Panarin specifically, haven't seen that yet. I can see that coming on, but I'm going to stay with 12. Trevor Moore, that's the guy.
Do you think there's a world where Colorado has number 10's number marked and they're deliberately trying to tie him up? Do you think that opens up something for somebody else?
A couple things. If you ask Ranger fans, now this is deep in a playoff run. If you ask Ranger fans, they were upset that Panarin wasn't the over-the-top guy. He wasn't the guy that put them into the Stanley Cup final, but that's a ways away. We're in game one of the first round here. Panarin is still the best offensive player on this team. He's the best player on this team, period, on the Kings. So I absolutely think that the Avalanche, they are keyed on Panarin. They don't want to have Panarin be the difference here. They know that he could break the game open. He's the guy that's capable of beating them 1-0 if there's only one goal scored. So yeah, but I also expect him to create something. Even if he's not able to be there for the goal, he's going to create something on opportunities for sure. But that's it. And the only question I have for both of you, when I saw the lineups come out, for a moment I was disappointed because I wanted to see Kuzmenko.
Yeah.
I was excited to know that Kuzi was available, but through one period, maybe I'll say, you know what? I don't know better. I don't know better than this coaching staff. And so far, this is the style that they play. They are clearly hitting. They've turned the game after the first 4 minutes. Now it looks like Kings hockey. This looks like Kings hockey over the last 2 weeks.
That was my question to Jared at the beginning of the watch-along is, do you put someone in who's ready to play? Obviously, he's on the road trip. He's ready to go, but maybe necessarily isn't in game shape. Do you throw him into a playoff game first game, or do you kind of wait and see how things go? So we're thinking maybe we'll see him in the second game, but if things, depending on how today goes, like, if it's not broke, don't fix it.
My thought initially was, it's the Avalanche. This is not going to be a let's warm up and see how things go. The opportunity to win a game against these guys might be today, game one. That might be the best chance. I like the idea of needing scoring. Kuzmenko's a guy that gets you scoring, but guess what? I'm willing to say through one period, maybe I'm incorrect to say, all right, we need more goals. If shutting down Colorado, that's just as effective. Allowing goals means you need more goals. Allowing none means you need a few.
Yeah.
So there you go. I'm okay with that so far.
I also think that fourth line, you see Samuel Hellenius over Alex Turcotte, which again, we can't assume his status, but DJ Smith, everybody's good to go other than Kevin Fiala. You have size, you have Jeff Malott throwing hands, and then Matthew Joseph, even though he's later on in his career, he's known for his skating. And he's known for being a little bit of a disruptor.
Correct.
Sure.
And both of these guys, we know that Wright and Joseph are both good skaters. We know that Joseph has a good history with DJ Smith. We understand why he's in. I just had a feeling that with Malott available, with Kuzmenko available, that we would see the dogs be put back together, right? To get Taylor Ward here instead of Matthew Joseph. And then on this third line, perhaps Jared Wright out for Kuzmenko. I could have seen a world where that certainly happens. And I would have been happy with that to start, but who knows? Could be 2-0 Avalanche if that happens. So I'm willing to say, I'm willing to let it play out, certainly. And here's the beautiful part about having Kuzmenko available. Whatever does happen in game one, there are adjustments to be made.
Yes.
Right? He's a back pocket adjustment ready to be made.
Yeah, second period underway.
A good problem to have.
Excellent problem to have. More guys available. Turcotte as well, right?
Yeah,
hopefully this is going to play a factor. Also, what do you think about that power play by the Avalanche early on?
That was a physical PK. We liked what we saw, especially right up at the net.
Drew did great.
Drew,
I also
great
think
defense.
Jared had a great stat where, like, I mean, the Avs are just not good on the
How
power
funny
play
is that?
for some reason.
So we know one thing. We know the
Hey,
Kings
Cale
have had
Makar,
an
Martin Necas,
abysmal
and
power play
Nathan
this
McKinnon.
season, right? It's not been great, around 17%. The Avs are 17.5%.
Yeah,
they're not
it's
much better than the
just
Kings.
so
I think they're one
interesting.
slot ahead of the Kings here when it comes to power play. So that's the one area where maybe, but I don't think you want to give up a ton to them. And it has improved considerably since Kadri came over. So their power play, much like the Kings power play, which has been better of late.
Yeah.
Avs power play, I wouldn't want to see that. I don't want to see a ton of those guys in the box. And it was maybe, I won't say it's a questionable call, but it was Armia's stick that was affected right
No,
before that as well, right?
None of us liked it.
Okay.
No,
Yeah,
yes. But because the stick broke, it seemed like that's why they called it.
And that's going to happen
Which is-
naturally.
Yeah.
And of course, look, the obvious thing here is that the Avs are going to get more opportunities. I think people are expecting that, and the refs are as well. So the refs know if you're breaking their stick, it must have been because they had an advantage.
I think the piggyback off of that, the moral takeaway is eliminate the stick penalties, keep it clean, skate, get your feet to the puck, play the body, let's be physical, so there's no 50-50 chances for the refs to call it.
This team has been about one thing with DJ Smith. That's hitting the other team. Now, at first, look, his first game, though, was against the Avalanche. And they outshot. Great save by Forsberg. Great save. All right. Hear the crowd loving it. Love that.
Electric.
Love that for
This man.
Forsberg.
Oh my
Yes,
gosh.
definitely. But what I was going to say is the first game for DJ Smith that he got when Jim Hiller was out was these Avs. And in that game, they out-hit the Avalanche so much. At first, you think, oh, that's good news. But then you realize when you're out-hitting a team sometimes, it's a little like tackles in football. If your team is tackling in the secondary a lot, you know what that means? You're not doing something right up front.
You're not getting
So
your feet
sometimes that can be a deceiving statistic, but over the course of his entire time here, DJ Smith has put an emphasis on hits, which is physical play and battles for the puck. That's the key. Hitting near the puck, that's different than hitting just chasing. And that's what they're doing now.
No, that's what I love. They lost the game 2 weeks ago. There was a home game. It was a Saturday. It wasn't Edmonton. It was the one before that. I'm
So
sorry.
before that would have been the Toronto game, the back end, what, the
It would've been Toronto,
6-7
yes.
overtime win,
Yes,
right?
yes. And did LA won that, right? I have to look at the schedule.
So that was the one.
Because-
So the Kings won that game,
won that.
7-6,
So let
but
me
it took
go back.
overtime. It was Kemper was in net, but that game was physical also, a little too back and forth, a little helter-skelter.
Yes, and I feel like that happened, and then they had a practice the day after.
Yes.
And it was like, normally they would have had a day off, and this practice, that man was skating these guys, and there were a lot of one-on-one board battle drills. Normally it's just, breakout drills, maybe some power play, special teams work. He had these guys doing battles down below the red line, and it was like, that to me is like, you guys better get your you-know-what together, because we want, like, we're ready to go. And
here-
I thought that was a message to the
It's a great
team. I loved
message.
it. At this level, I love that.
Absolutely. They're going to need to win, again, puck battles. Everyone knows that. But against this team in particular, which is generally first to the puck, I mean, that's the thing. The Avs, in most cases, in most foot races, they win those. They're going to get to the puck. It's about turning that puck over and getting an opportunity, which the Kings largely did in that first period. I was impressed. After those first 5 minutes, where I thought it clearly could have been 1 or 2-0 Avalanche, anybody's game so far, love to see that.
2 minutes into the second period, Colorado 11 shots on goal, your Kings 7 shots on goals. So we're hanging.
And look, Jared Wright just right there. Jared Wright out skating to get a puck. That was it. Jared Wright winning a battle, winning a race to the puck, and that created a little something there where the Avalanche were looking to turn it up.
And anytime you have lineup questions, line rushes questions, why is not, that's a great thing to refer to. Pay attention to those guys when they are on the ice, the 53s, the 17s, and you say, okay, now I understand. This is all about strategy, and there's all about roles. And that was one word that DJ Smith talked about yesterday in media. He said, everybody's got to play a role. In the postseason, you got to be ready to play the role, even if it is being the healthy scratch guy that's ready to come in at any moment, play 2 dominant shifts doing something.
That's all you need. Or in practice, like you said. A practice is going to be intense. Maybe these guys right now, maybe they're playing something in practice, right? I mean, Kuzmenko can certainly pretend to be one of the Avalanche players as well, right? He can be on the scout team, if you will. So that is a role also. I will say perhaps the speed. Kuzmenko obviously is fast, great hands, great score, great on the power play.
So quick.
But Jared Wright, who's been playing well, is also a speed guy, and essentially you're taking Wright out for Kuzmenko.
Yeah.
So maybe that's not worth the trade at the moment. And like I said, through a period in 3 minutes, I'm willing to say Samboni's wrong and DJ's right. I'm fine with that.
No, and I think piggyback off of that is also, you see this a lot at the collegiate level, but you got to remember the NHL, there are 19-year-olds in this league. Like, it is more of the same. If anything, it's just like, I look at these coaches as a side note, and I'm like, how are you able to get a 40-year-old Corey Perry going and a 19-year-old whoever going in the same way, like in the same breath? I don't know how you do it, but there is a level of, hey, it's game one. Yeah, we want to win this, but you know, we're not in a sudden death, you know, oh, if we lose this, we're out scenario. So let's get the young guys some experience. Let's get the nerves out. Let's get it
to your point,
going.
Matthew Joseph now mixing it up a little bit as well. I like to see it. Hopefully not going to the box, although it does look like he's getting escorted here.
Yeah,
all right, looks like an interference call. All right.
That is kind of his MO.
Another Avalanche power play that we're going to have to weather here. So we'll see what that's like. But again, this is a physical play. This is asserting yourself, much like you said, Anna. This is about showing the Avalanche who you are. And as I would say, the 3 games in the regular season, throw them out. I'm not worried about the 3 games in the regular season. It's a much different Kings team. The Avs would say they're largely different also because Kadri was not on that team either. And they know what an impact he can make. He obviously won the Cup with this team. So that's great. The Flames gave him up. The Avs get him. I still think the best move at the trade deadline is Panarin, if you look at the entirety of the trade deadline. So we'll find out. But as we said, the tremendous save by Anton Forsberg.
Wow. Oh, and you saw Scott Laughton, too, there. Got a stick and kind of intercepted a pass. That was just... Scott Laughton is that guy, too. That's just like, what a pleasant surprise.
I've said it again.
He's been so just, like, solid.
Do you see how guys... You've gotten to, like, do some refreshes and stuff with people. I mean, people are, like, so... The guys in the room love him.
Yes.
They are obsessed with the man.
Yeah.
Like,
everyone said from Philly and from Toronto, locker room guy. That was what Scott Laughton was going to be, and he's been every bit of that.
The
Not to
mic'd
mention,
up with him from Picture Day was so hilarious. Like, he's so funny.
He's got jokes, and he's been here, like, a couple days at this point. And you're like...
Yeah, it's just like he's been there forever.
No. Scott Laughton, not only that, and think about this, just from a need perspective, this team... Another spectacular save from Forsberg.
I actually can't handle this.
This power play much different than the first one. Wow. All alone in front. I mean, just all alone. As much time as you needed right there. And what did I say? That's the guy to watch out for. That's
and they're trying to. I mean, that was a great play. But
Kadri had the puck for what seemed like 6 or 7 minutes there in front of Forsberg. What a save.
King's box
30
collapsed
seconds left
a little
of the power
towards
play.
that left side, leaving him wide open.
Wow.
Look
All
at
right.
that.
Much like I said, going to the penalty box again and again and again is not going to be the key to winning this series.
But
shorthanded
so
for a moment.
There was a time where we led in shorthanded goals, right? This season?
Shorthanded goals
Wasn't
early
that like
in the
earlier
season,
in the season?
Early
Joel
in the season.
Armia is like
It was
top 5 on that one.
Mr. Shorthanded.
Yeah,
and
that
still
was
could
insane.
He's got to have 4 or 5. I think a Colorado player was at 5, and Armia was
by
at
the way,
4.
another power play killed. Another power play killed here.
There we go.
Out of the box. Wow.
Woo! Oh my goodness.
All right, out of the box to Joseph, but icing because he just came out
I
of
am
the box.
unwell.
That's all right. That's all right. We'll take that, all right? But you're not going to survive this all game.
No.
You can't go to the
This is not
box every
sustainable.
period like this. This is not going to be the key to success. But look at
insane
Kadri here in
work by
front. How long does
Forsberg.
Kadri have the puck here to just choose where he wants to go? You can't have that.
God, look at,
That's scary.
You saw that in the Wild game yesterday.
Yes, against
I forget
Dallas,
who
yes.
Was it
6-1, by the way.
No, it was Ekman.
Would it have been the Penguins game?
No,
or
it was
the
the
Senators
Wild,
Hurricanes?
but
Those
basically
are the-
wide open, same shot, and
Yes.
whoever it was able to just like sneak it in an inch.
Oh, yes. Yes, it
And that
was.
is all
was in that
positioning.
game.
I mean, it was a ridiculous goal, but Anton Forsberg, perfect positioning.
I believe that was the
Dude's
Kaprizov
electric.
goal. I believe it was
It was,
Kaprizov who
right?
had that one, right? Yes, exactly. That obviously a very lopsided and different game. The road team crushed
game,
on that
but
one. We're hoping for more of the same here. This would obviously turn the series dramatically here. And I've said, by the way, I didn't want to make a serious prediction about this series overall.
We
I didn't
didn't-
feel
we didn't
comfortable
either.
going
We-
with
we're like,
games and who would win. I
We've
did
done
say
that in the
one thing,
past. Let's not do that.
I'm done with that. Here's what I want to ask you both, though. How many games do we think will go to overtime, considering what this season has been for the
that's a
Kings?
fun
Right?
question.
Come on.
A lap,
That's a good
Samboni.
one. I'm saying we're going to see 2 games in overtime of this series.
Two's a good number.
Right?
Every single
33
one.
over the course of a
Based
season is
on our
pretty good.
season. Like,
We're
feels
going
like a good percentage.
0-0 into OT.
Into overtime,
okay?
I'll take that.
I like 2.
Right.
I don't know that I'd go more than 3,
No,
but
that's
yeah.
what- look,
2
I love
seems,
a 5-on-5, right? I love the 5-on-5. Make it all day, all night. That I'm okay with. I love playoff hockey in overtime. I'm fine with
And
that.
as we know, overtime in playoff hockey, 20 minutes.
He's down.
No
All day,
shootouts.
all night.
It's
Dumoulin's
exhausting.
down here. I hope he's all right. He's getting up.
Come
Okay.
on, Dumo.
DJ
Got a
Smith's
puck
wondering
on.
where's the penalty for us, by the way.
Come
He is.
on.
Because now that's
Yeah,
two
see the
plays that
replay.
have not gone the Kings' way. Lawton got hit earlier. It could have been an interference. It was not called. And now DJ's wondering what happened to Dumoulin here.
So let's watch 2.
Dumoulin, let's see.
Right.
Oh, he just blocked that with his knee. Wow.
Okay,
all right.
so
where-
on the side
Between
of
the pads.
knee.
That's one of those that gets
So
right
there's no
in between the
padding
pad.
right there?
Ouch.
That's
So
tough.
he cannot get up. This is not even me. I will go
That's
on a hill. He has a dead leg right now.
Charlie horse, right?
He cannot get
Massive
up.
Charlie horse. No, that's like when your brother hits you right in the
Yeah,
leg
and
and
he
you're not
will,
looking. Yeah.
he will probably be able to skate. He'll be fine. But
no.
the bruise on that man in less than 24 hours
not
will be
good.
nuts.
That was
Like,
right in between. You could see it immediately. He knew it. That there's two pads there,
Side
right
of
in
the
between.
knee.
Boom.
Yeah, that
fun.
did not feel
And
fun.
again, he's in that sideways awkward position, right? That's not where you want to be on that one.
Sacrificing
No.
the body though. Now on the bench, when that happens,
Oh.
when your guy does that, it is so electric. Like that bench right now, if we had a camera on it, they are like,
They're saying,
"Let's go,
yeah, Dumo, let's go."
That was
That's the
sick.
play. No.
That was great.
that's what they needed in
we
every
will
way.
go out there and do the same for you. That was
In the
amazing.
playoffs,
Oh,
blocking
look
shots
at this.
is the key to the
Are we gonna take a picture?
He's in here for a picture.
All right, let's take a
Get your
picture really
shots in.
fast.
Come on, let's go. All right.
Okay.
Over
Yes. All right, picture time, picture day. All right. And another
One
day,
more,
a couple
one
of cameras.
more.
That's all right. Okay.
Got the whole crew here.
I think that's fair during the break.
Kayla, is this your good side?
It is.
Nice.
That's why I'm sitting here, Anna. Perfect.
That's great. Way to go,
Thank
Bailey.
you guys.
Thank you guys very much.
Oh,
Yes,
Matt's
yes.
watching you all watching us. Also,
I
quick,
love when the ice crew,
quick
by the
hi
way,
to
is
the
out and
chat.
about and not on the ice. I think that's my favorite. My favorite part of ice crew is when they're actually in sneakers. I love that. I love ice crew on the road. I think is much better.
We want to shout out the chat really fast. We've got
Yes.
some new people tuning in.
Ooh.
Hi, everybody. How about we get a Go Kings Go in the chat? We are in the middle of a commercial break.
All right,
Coming
Dumo's
back.
going to the locker room, it looks like
Oh,
here.
Dumo's going to get checked out.
All right.
Zamboni, earlier in the first period, we gave our first goal predictions. Was Trevor Moore yours? I know
what?
you were talking
the
about
way
it.
the game has gone, I do think that. I'm going to say Trevor Moore's had the two, I mean, Doughty has a great opportunity on the rebound, but
Oh,
the two
my
great
goodness.
open opportunities are Trevor Moore. I'm saying Trevor Moore, first of all, the speed of Trevor Moore could make a difference in this series. And as I said, the Byfield line is what is going to neutralize their line and create an opportunity for the Kings. I'll say Trevor Moore. I'm sticking with it. What about you two?
I went with Kempe. She went with Panarin.
Okay, obviously excellent choices there. And
Who did
I
Jared
don't
say?
even want to say.
You
I mean,
said Trevor Moore. He said Alex Laperriere.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think you're wrong.
Okay.
I mean, and they had I had the stat. It was like 14 points in the last 3 games.
First of all,
of the
Lappy
season.
has had more opportunities than any King over the last, I would say, 10 games realistically. And he's only scored, I think, 2 goals in that span, but he's had many opportunities because that line
had a
is so
season.
different now.
Yeah. Oh,
Look at this.
oh,
There's
come,
Trevor Moore
there's
again.
Trevor Moore.
Here comes Trevor Moore. All
He's
right,
so quick.
Let's see. Look, I love
Getting
seeing
up
them
on the
around
rush.
this net.
Did you see that 3-on-2 rush really quick, and now they got to get back.
Well, the other key is, and you saw this earlier, Kempe had a chance.
Oh, no.
That
was
I don't even know how that went.
no goal.
No goal.
I'm
Immediately
no goal.
waved off.
No
Gotta see the
goal.
replay
I
on
wonder what
that.
that's for. Was there interference with Forsberg there? I wonder was there contact because I saw Forsberg open up.
Yeah, that
he
looked
opened
weird.
up his legs there in a strange way. I don't know, was it maybe to avoid contact or there was contact.
It was a 2-on-2 and it was a simple shot. and
So
it was a
did they skate right into Forsberg here? Let's see here.
Drew Doughty.
Oh, is Doughty pushed into Forsberg? Let's see here. No. All right, in the crease, yes. All right, yes, clearly. I mean, there's contact, but did Doughty create it? That would be the question here.
And the official immediately gave a
Yeah, it clipped his skate.
Furlap.
Forsberg does not have a chance to recover, which I know is a big part of the rule here. Now, you'd have to challenge to get this back here, correct? I believe the Avs would have to challenge to put this on. And it doesn't look like they're going to.
You're not gonna
Because remember, they
challenge.
lose the challenge, that's
And
a
then we
Kings
go on
power
the
play.
power
Yeah.
play.
We've seen that work the other
We've,
way against the Sabres.
We know all too well
We do
how
know
that
that one.
works.
Yes, we don't love that
We-
one.
we-
Twice it didn't work in favor of the Kings.
Jared Bednar.
But this is an interesting one. And I got to skate, yeah, you're skating into
Are
the
they
blue there,
reviewing?
and you're making contact with Forsberg.
Are they reviewing?
No goal, clearly.
Colorado's
This rule has
challenging.
been clearly enforced this season, and I
Coach's
like the
challenge.
consistency on it. They are, wait, so this is a challenge
Yeah.
now. All right.
Oh, I
I
forgot.
will
Sorry,
say-
you don't have your piece in.
So, okay. So they are challenging. Well, okay, all right. I like that. Although, this rule this season has not gone in favor of the coaches very often.
Really?
The league
really
has been
hard rule.
sticking with
Yeah.
what's called on the ice, especially when there's clear and obvious contact, and he's in the blue paint.
Yeah.
The other part of the rule to think about, both of you, both watch this. Does Forsberg have an opportunity to recover from the contact? That's a key to this rule. And the puck is shot in right as he is being messed with here. Oh, Shaft's here. All right, all right.
Does it matter?
Yeah, so Jared's telling us what they're saying on the broadcast.
That's well outside the blue paint, and then he propels himself into Forsberg.
And what about this, Shaft? The idea of recovering from the contact, which I know is a big part of this rule for Forsberg.
The contact looks like not intentional because he's skating backwards.
Well, this would be a crucial call.
He's not even looking.
Go for it, Shaft.
The thing about this play that we're watching is the goaltender's in the crease. Here we go. Yeah. So the ruling's confirmed
Kings
because
on the power play.
I think the key on this is that Drury, the offensive player, is attacking the net. Doughty is defending. Doughty does he didn't mean to push him in. There's incidental contact that was created by Drury driving to the net. Forsberg was in the crease the whole time, so I think that's why they stuck with the call.
Right. I like that.
Thank you,
And again,
Jared.
Shaft, thank
well
you for
done.
an amazing
Play-by-play.
explanation.
Killing it, man.
That's what you get here on a watch-along, by the way. And I want to say before this, I was watching the first period. Y'all are doing an amazing job down here. It looks great with everybody here in the building, but
thanks,
you two are
Sam.
carrying this with Shaft. I love to see it. So as we said, that call oftentimes sticks with what's on the ice.
Now we're on the power play.
Now a power play for the Kings. This is fascinating. So number 10, let's go.
Okay.
Now I'd say we're
Now
looking
you're
good
switching
for
your
no,
pick.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying Anna. I'm just saying everyone remember it was Anna who's got Panarin here on first goal.
All right.
That man.
Let's make some magic here.
With the cross.
So who went in the box? I didn't see there who went in the
like,
box,
I
but
will go
this will
for,
be interesting. All right,
I will
up the
go
drop,
to
they're
war
calling. All right.
for you, kind sir. That was great. I had a lot of Russians on my volleyball team in college. That's an electric group, okay?
That's why I wanted to see Kuzi
You know,
also. I want to see that
always
Russian
wanted-
connection.
They were great for the Secret Santas because they would bring you home like the vodka from Russia. And I was at like 21 years old, of course. That was what I was.
No, definitely.
That was all I cared about.
Key to the ID there, absolutely. By the way, what's your nickname for this line? The top line of the Kings. Do you like AAA?
Well, the fourth line's the
Well,
dogs.
fourth line the dogs. So
The
what-
dogs.
Oh, buddy. Oh, recover.
Come on.
Kopi Panarin had a chance there. It was knocked
That's okay.
away.
Here's the thing. You get chances in the first, you get the challenge call back, you get momentum, and you get confidence. That's the biggest thing. When it's a David and Goliath setting,
Oh,
you
here we
just
go.
need
Look
to
at this.
believe that
See?
you
Look at the
can.
power play.
Come on, guys.
Okay. So
After
far been turned away. but-
Lock in.
after. That's ridiculous. It's not right. What are we doing, guys?
But again, with Panarin, clearly improved with Panarin, but still not amazing. But at 20%, we'll take that.
I mean,
All right, here we go. Panarin's got it now.
to see Colorado kind of like expanding on that box. So LA has to be super, super skilled here. Tape-to-tape passes and take advantage. Sneak into that slot. So the bumper position on Jake Kopitar's got to be locked in. I would love to see Adrian Kempe cycle up to the point and sneak into the slot. We've seen a couple of power play goals like that from this unit this year.
I would say key to the power play. Now, this is the second unit's on here now.
Yeah.
So here's my Trevor Moore
Second
opportunity.
unit, but we keep Panarin on. You see
Okay,
this?
so we're both in play here.
They've been doing that.
Okay, all right, face-off coming now.
Colorado again, penalty kill clicking just
Yes.
over 84%, and so
They've been
pay
great.
attention. It's like
Of all the special teams in this series, that's the one to watch out for, yes.
And you want to you want to play the box because you got 4 guys on it. You want to keep that box tight, but Colorado kind of defies all odds on that. They do a really good job of just applying external pressure and getting the puck out of the zone. So it's really interesting to see how they play the power play, and then it feels like there is a way to sneak in there and capitalize on it.
There's going to be a
You've gotta be
chance.
real
These
disciplined.
are the moments. Oh, all right, nice shot from the point there. All right, they've killed it. 20 seconds left here. We're going to have a chance for one more rush here.
Hockey Girl Gamer 99, Avs will get chippy now. I agree.
Okay,
there is
yeah.
some frustration
I like that.
we are going to
Well,
see.
even the Joseph penalty was a chippy one, too.
And the fourth line, that's their time to shine. Watch when that fourth line is going. 'Cause they're going to go stir some you-know-what up. Look at that.
Lawton's
Great
been playing well on this power play also.
straight.
Oh, electric. Get in there.
Oh,
So with
They
a
just tried to
goaltender
bank
like
it
this,
off of Wedgwood there.
So yeah, they're trying to bring it in close. Just high danger area. That's scary area.
All right, Avs killed the penalty.
it looks like Dumoulin is back.
Dumoulin is back out there. Okay, that's good news. That was a quick trip.
What's up, though?
This game has opened up considerably since the Joseph penalty.
Oh
It's
my
a
gosh.
totally different game now.
I'm stressed.
And I don't necessarily
I'm
want
officially
it's
stressed.
Kayla, I have the exact same feeling you do.
Something just turned. Something changed.
It goes from that calm
The
conversation
momentum.
to something where we can barely even say anything because it's back and forth. By the way, Anna, you've been asking for the dogs. You've been asking where they are. That was
What'd I say?
Hellenius
Like,
with a great chance right there.
You get done, obviously it's matchups, but you get done, you put the fourth line out, create havoc, and the worst comes to worst, a fluke thing goes in. Like, that's DJ Smith hockey.
By the way, Trevor Moore inches from scoring that first goal right there. What a tip from Trevor Moore, and then he almost banks it off of Wedgwood from behind the net. Wow, he almost banks it off of his helmet. Trevor Moore with 3 amazing chances right there.
Very
he got the
DU
tip,
of
then he
him.
banks it in from behind, and then
my
off his helmet.
gosh. Crazy.
If I didn't know anything about Trevor Moore, I'd be like, he's a
And then
Denver guy,
Hellenius on the
isn't he?
wraparound with his length almost gets it in there. Wow. Dogs, way to go, dogs.
Dogs, the
way
dog
to go,
line.
dogs. I still
Is
can't
that
decide.
DOG or DAWG?
Well, you know, I guess, yeah, you know what? I'm going to go DAWG.
Or
DAWG.
DOG? This is LA.
I think we would want to say for Snoop, DOWG. Yeah, I absolutely think you're right. Let's go with DOWG. They are the DOWGZ.
The LA
They're the dogs. All right,
love it.
absolutely.
Okay.
Shots on goal, 18-12. Not bad, not terrible considering how it started. I like what I'm seeing so far. And this second period, though, I would say I don't think the Kings want to get into a track meet, though, here with the Avs. The back and forth is going to certainly favor the Avalanche. If this is about speed only, I don't love that. I don't love that. But Trevor Moore has all the opportunities so far here. So what's the nickname for the top line? Do we like?
We still haven't said anything.
It's got to be AAA, right?
We like AAA for
Oh my goodness.
Panarin with an exceptional chance right there down low.
Yeah, they're hungry. Do you see this? They are. Kopitar cycling
guys, come
around.
on,
Let's
come
go.
on.
Oh, look at this. Oh, we got no stick. Keep it. You got to keep it in. Keep it
All
in.
right,
Keep
yes,
it in.
this is cool.
Keep it in.
Avs without a stick right now.
Yeah,
I don't
get a
know
little
who
bit more
dropped it, but
purposeful.
you can see it out
Come
there.
on, come on.
Wait for the right chance. Get it down low. Open things up in the middle.
Okay, face-off coming up here. Do you keep that line out there? No,
Look
it
at
looks
that.
like Laffy's out now, so the second line's coming out, it looks like.
Chushkin right in last.
Here we go. This is that chance again from Panarin. What a pass.
Oh.
He just didn't get all of it there. Was rolling a little bit on him.
But you go to a 2-minute commercial now. I mean, what is the energy on that bench? That bench
So
is
right
saying,
now they're-
hey,
well-
I just saw this. I just saw this. Do this. Do this. We got this right here. They're constantly communicating.
And
They're
think about
talking
this.
it.
Over the last 2 minutes, we've seen a Panarin grade A chance, a Hellenius grade A chance, and Trevor Moore had 3 chances. So right
We're
now
getting
the
looks.
ice is clearly tilted. Since, ironically, the Joseph penalty, because it was that penalty kill, then the challenge on the goal that was waved off, and now things have started to change in favor of the Kings. This, through half of this game, more than half of this game, is absolutely anybody's to have for game 1. I would say, by the way, nickname for the first line, I'm going to stick with 9, 10, 11. I just like that. When kids ask me who are the best players on the Kings, and I always get to say, just watch 9, 10, 11, I like that. I'm going to stick with 9, 10, 11, I think. AAA's cute. It's nice.
9, 10, 11.
Anjay,
9, 10,
Artemi,
11.
and Adrian, of course. But I also call them tic-tac-toe once in a while.
AKs.
They've been a little tic-tac-toe. They've certainly had that.
It's very cute. It's very cute. Very marketable.
It is, right? They should
In
be.
many ways.
Once Perry traded and Panarin got the 10, that was great. Love that. 9, 10, 11.
We have a fun question in the
Ooh,
chat.
I like it, okay.
I put all of my belongings and the mortgage on the Knights to win. If I lose this bet, my wife said she'll leave me in my cook. I didn't think it said Knights, but
Okay, so he bet
Yeah,
everything
that's a
on the
weird
Knights.
bet. Don't do that. Why would you do that?
that's a lot to put on the Knights.
I have a question for both of you, actually. This is an interesting one that I woke up a little conflicted about. We're happy it's Colorado and not Edmonton, or not?
Oh, we talked about this in the first
Okay.
period. We all wanted Edmonton, I think.
I just wanted it for the bit.
How
I was like,
you're not gonna lose them for a 5th year.
Yes.
It's just like
Yes.
mathematically, I don't think it happens.
No.
I think we're the better team.
look,
I also
Edmonton,
said that last year.
I had
but-
so many funny potential viral TikToks that I was gonna make, and
had
I'm
it ready to go.
so mad.
Like all just edit room floor now.
Colorado
Like
is
my
the scariest team
influencer
to
life
me.
gone because we didn't go
Now,
for the
look, still
5
a possibility, right? They still could match up, right? I mean,
That'd
it still
be
could
Western
happen.
Conference.
Very
It would
true.
actually no, it would be
It would
no
have
because
to-
remember it's sort of you're right because
Yeah,
the Kings
'cause
are in
we're
that
in
upper
the
bracket.
Sun,
You're
yeah.
right, yes,
Now
because the
we're
Kings aren't in
in
the
the
divisional
Wild
bracket, so it'd have to be
Stars.
Western Conference Final.
Yeah.
I'm all for it. Obviously, give me that now. Now I want to.
I mean,
Now I
Can you
definitely wanna-
imagine? Oh my
No,
gosh.
that would be epic. And the Kings would
That'd be
have
sick.
some swag at that point. They'd have some
Yes.
swagger. This wouldn't be first
We can do it.
series where we're wondering 4 years in a row. I would say I largely was convincing everybody go with Edmonton. Now that it's the Avs, obviously, this would be epic in its own right. So I'm all for it.
Oh no!
That was not
no,
trip.
no!
I didn't see that, but Byfield's going to go off for tripping, I believe, here. I did not see that.
That felt.
Oh my goodness. What?
That
I'm
felt.
going to need to see that again. Okay, let's see here. Wait. Okay,
touch him?
Byfield.
No.
His
Yeah,
stick
it
does get in
did.
there. Yep.
Oh,
All right. Yep.
It can be
That
in
was
a-
Byfield's
so
stick gets in there, but he's
small.
also, by the way, his skates were tripped up also,
Right.
though.
He got tripped. I
But
don't
his
think that was
stick is what trips it up.
intentional.
All right, as I said, this is not the key. Although the penalty kill has given juice, the penalty kill has given life here. But I don't love this. I don't think a key to victory is 5 power plays for the Avalanche, which is what
absolutely
it's
not.
trending
We
for right
gotta
now.
eliminate the penalties. This is the 3rd power play for Colorado.
First 2 calls were a little lame. This one, valid.
Nice off the face-off.
Yeah, let's look at face-off numbers. I love this. It's my favorite part. Andrei Kopitar.
Cam McCarr, what a play by McCarr by himself, breaking in on that. And Forsberg, another tremendous save. Player of the game so far is Anton Forsberg, without question.
Kale McCarr is very
Yeah,
good
that's a
hockey.
great one-on-one play by McCarr to break through the Kings.
Kale McCarr said, I am just going to do
Yeah,
this.
you don't love that.
I'm just going to do this myself.
You don't love the
That's
split
crazy.
there,
If
right
I was
past
Kale
CC.
McCarr, I would be like, I think I'm just going to do this myself. Super valid.
I mean, that's the defense. That's the best defenseman in the league right there. So watch out. That's a tremendous play. I mean, it's a play Brant Clark can make also, but McCarr's been doing it very consistently all season. And it's tough to say, you know, I hate that you're in a series where when someone asks you who's the player to watch on the other team and there's 6 options,
Yeah.
you could list 6 guys on the Avalanche to watch out for. That's the terrifying part.
Oh, they're so good. They're so
Hey, by the way, I love
complimentary.
this
It's
right now.
But
This
they
is
also
Yeah, let's eat this clock.
I mean, they were a favorite last year, too.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean,
all right.
Was that tripping?
A little 4-on-4. We're gonna have a little 4-on-4 here.
Was that a
that's
tripping?
Nietzsche's.
Okay.
Nakish, looks like Nakish is going off here.
He
Here we go on Armia.
Armia was tripped.
Yep.
No.
Yes. It's
Yeah.
going to be interference. Could be roughing. Let's see what they call it on this one.
Let's see. I have the play-by-play.
Well, I'll take that right now.
I will
Guy
say,
that scored 100 points this year in the penalty box, I'll take that for sure.
Let's go.
not the time to say this, but he is like a top 10 player for me. He's Nietzsche's. He's so
Nietzsche's is
good.
terrifying.
I literally am like,
Nakish is a terrifying player. He's been so good this season. He's been a key to this. The fact that this team has McKinnon as a top 3 scorer in this league,
Yeah.
and then Nakish as a top 8 player, it's ridiculous. 2 in the top 10 is really, it's a lot, considering where the Kings have been in that category.
I think
Lot
the
to watch
first
out for.
16-60
I would also
did.
say 4-on-4 definitely favors the Avs as well.
Yeah.
So I love it for the fact that we're no longer killing a penalty, but I wouldn't want to see it like this all night.
Oh my gosh.
Dowdy, nice play there.
Oh.
Yeah, but you got to do that. Like that was smart by Andrei Kopitar. Dowdy
Oh my
was thinking
gosh.
he had the third forward in to come up high. But you can't when you're
Forsberg's got his
4-on-4.
stick
You
back.
got to play defense first.
Stress.
This right now looks a little more wide open. This looks like a power play, frankly, for the Avs so far. 4-on-4 is not pretty so far. The Avs are skating incredibly well. All right, Byfield's going to be out of the box here in 10 seconds.
Clear the puck.
Oh gosh.
All right, the Kings are now resetting to go on the power play here. They'll have, this is about
Trying to
40
avoid the
seconds of power play
icing.
time. Let's see here. Yes, 40 seconds exactly of power play time right here. All right, Panarin's back on the ice here.
Come on.
I was also going to say on the power play what I like and I want to see more of. Clark from the point on the power play is going to be key in this series. Clark's going to have to throw the puck at the net. Everything's not going to be pretty. I understand Panarin had a great chance to bounce past him earlier, but Clark right here, and I know he's trying to do that. It bounced over his stick here, but I want to see Clark get that at the point and throw it at the net immediately.
I think
This is not going to be. We don't need it to be pretty at all. We'll take ugly.
enabling and empowering players like Brant Clark in this series is going to be very important.
Yeah.
Open it up offensively.
Yeah.
We need that. The Kings are going to need that. They're going to have to find those offensive sparks wherever possible, and here's the opportunity. And again, face-offs. Watch face-offs. This team, you talk about Scott Lawton, the key to this team and the turnaround has been in the face-off circle. Since the trade deadline, the number one team in the face-off circle has been the Kings. That's going to be key to this series. If you can win the puck, and that means the Avs don't have it, crucial here, a big win on the power play, a big face-off win right there.
Lawton 3 for 3 in the offensive zone, 70% in the defensive zone. Andrej Kopitar numbers similar, 1 for 1 in the defensive zone, and 5 for 7, 71% in the offensive zone. So, I mean,
There's Brant Clark getting it low. I want to see more of that. Clark throwing it down low.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Panarin had left his spot. He
so
left his
mad.
office for a moment. That's where
so
the puck
mad
went.
right now.
That. Go.
All right,
You
it
see
goes
how
back to Clark.
hungry
He should
Panarin
shoot it.
is, though? He's so
He
hungry.
is. Panarin's ready to
He,
prove
like,
something
wants
here.
it, man.
Wedgwood didn't know it was under him there. All right.
He's so fired up.
Okay, so the penalty has been killed by the Avalanche here. We're back
Right.
to even strength. Good to see Dumoulin out there also.
Yes,
I would
yes.
not be, by the way. That Charlie horse would still be humming for me. Samboni would still be getting that thing worked on. That is tough. That was a tough one to take there in the knee.
Super impressive that he's
Yeah,
back
no,
out.
that's great to
Pump
see
me
Dumoulin.
full of
Just
Toradol,
whatever
and
you need,
I'm
right?
ready to go.
Whatever you need, yeah. After seeing Kevin Durant miss game one of the Lakers series yesterday, right? Yeah. to see
Hockey
Dumoulin
players,
back
Come
there.
I
on,
say this all the
man.
time, hockey players are built different.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Clearly it is. I'd love to see that.
My liver will be fine one day. It's
Yeah.
all about right now.
So shots on goal 19-13 here. The Kings are right in this, and I was expecting this to be a 2-1 shots on goal type of game. So far the Kings are making it much better than that. Kings have shown up offensively.
Yeah.
They're doing a really nice job at not panicking, just
Correct.
staying super disciplined. Super
Okay, come on.
disciplined.
Again, shots
There
on
you
the
go.
point.
High, low.
Oh, great chance on the rebound.
Oh my god.
Create
three
that
forwards
ugliness in
down
front of the
low.
net. That's what we got to see the whole game. That's what we want.
Need to be the
Shots
first
that get
rebound.
through and bounce around. You never know.
Look, there's a real world. If this was a regular season game, you'd see a defenseman stepping up and playing some offense in that scenario, but you don't do that in this game. You got to play a tight game. You got to make sure you're playing defense first, and that's definitely the message, is stick to that LA Kings identity, play defense,
Towards
and
the
then
net.
wait.
Yes.
Yeah, wait
Towards
for
the
protect
net.
your blue line. Don't let anybody get behind you. Simplify. Stick to the basics.
And early in the first period, you saw Kempe had a chance from behind his own net to pass it in front. He didn't want to send the Avalanche the other way. He skated it around for a more direct chance, which I liked.
Oh my god.
Forsberg, another great save. Everyone here at Tom's knows it. Forsberg's been the best player in this
Yeah.
game for either team.
So
Oh
long.
my gosh, I'm so nervous.
Just a little insider insight. Anton Forsberg, adorable children.
Oh yes.
He
Yeah.
has his son in the locker room all the time, and he is a hoot. Like, so funny. Like,
I'm friends with his wife on Instagram. She's a doll.
the
That's
PR
awesome. I love
folk.
that. Kayla, way to go. That does count. That's,
Literally-
you can almost end that sentence, really. At this point, in this day and age, that's a real, you guys are
But
friends.
she posts really cute pictures of their
No,
kids, and I
they're-
can't confirm.
You kids, and their son, the PR guys during media like a week or two ago, wrote his name in the locker room on the smart board, because they write when you come in, they say like, oh, okay, 9, 10, 55,
Yes.
whatever. And they wrote his name underneath, and he literally sat there, he was like, and he gets up, crosses it out, like, aggressively, and he just looks at, like, the PR guys, and he's like, it was adorable. It was so cute.
Well, I think, doesn't he have the Papa jersey? Isn't his
Yeah.
jersey one of that? So it just says Papa, which is the
I
best.
think one of
I
them
love
does.
that.
Yeah, it's so great. No, he's like, you see the minute that the team is like done with their victory song,
Yes.
he's like waiting. He's like,
He's ready.
I'm ready. I'm ready to go into the room. It's great. And that's one thing about this organization that's great. And it's not like that everywhere. There are kids running around in the locker room.
Yes.
It was so great. And
Family
that is like a
atmosphere is
culture
amazing.
thing with the coach and starts top down. It is
There's
so
nothing
great.
like warm-ups to be down there when you're seeing the wives, you're seeing
adorable.
the mothers are down there, the wives are down there, the kids are down there. I mean, that is so special, and the players are there. You can see the players are in their game face, and then they look up and see their family, and a huge smile comes across their face. It's really so special down there.
I'm going to look and see.
Kayla,
I'm
how
preparing
many
myself for overtime already, by the way.
how many tabs do you have open?
Okay, this is my.
To at least get like a couple of windows going on.
Yes.
Like,
Okay. I just lost my ID. These are all mostly work tabs, and if I lose them, I will never be able to find them again.
I,
Not so
I have that
valid.
same fear.
So if this crashes, I
no, no,
am a mess.
I also know why it crashed.
we also know why.
There's probably 45 tabs open right now. But I know where they all are. I know where
Now
to
they're
find
right there.
everything.
Yeah, the only problem is then finding it and not clicking the X instead of the open. That also will happen. You'll accidentally close
Yes,
it down
but then it's
entirely,
like
right?
restore previous page. You're like, yes, please.
I'm going to be restoring. Thank you.
Let's go.
Drew Doughty's going to be key here also throughout this entire season. The man with the most ice time. Wow,
What do you
am I
think of
saying?
that?
Face
Yeah,
offs,
what do you think
correct?
of that?
Look at that.
20 for 35 on the dot, 57%.
That's what it's about, Anna. We said it. This series is going to change based
I didn't
on
say
that.
you said it.
Okay, but
you
we
said it, big dog.
We said it. If someone snapped a picture, it's all of us here. We're getting credit for that, okay?
Great.
But the face-off circle is key because you're either chasing this team or you're dictating something. That's the key here. And you got to keep winning these face-offs. That's where Scott Lawton comes into play. Obviously, Kopi as well. That's going to be key. And Byfield. That's what matters here. Keep winning these. And here's Laffy in the face-off dot. Okay, he lost that one.
Denver Airport.
Nice chance there again. Wedgwood holds on. 5 minutes even left in the second period here.
I was looking to see if Zach Dooley had a tweet about Dumoulin's status. He just said that back pretty quickly, great
that was
sign,
it.
just saw his first shift.
We saw him walk to the back, and the next thing we saw him on the ice. That was it. So he had another path to the ice also. He got there. I didn't even see him come back to the bench at all. He was just locker room, ice. That was impressive.
This is the only time that I will assume like he just is gonna have a gnarly bruise on his leg.
Yeah, whatever that massage was, it worked, right? That
Whatever-
massage, yeah, whatever it is, it worked. That's okay.
No, I think my college boyfriend played football and he got a dead leg once.
And in football, they call it a stinger. It's a stinger.
Like they call it, and it's like he had to get it
Oh,
drained
wow.
because it was such a bad bruise. It can be pretty gnarly. I don't like you hear about that in football, but you don't hear about it in hockey. They're just like, get me back out there, big dog.
Out of play, 4.5 to go in this second period. I am mentally preparing for overtime, just so you know, just so both of you are aware. I'm mentally
you?
preparing for overtime, yes. How can I not? Every time it happens, I just feel like, of course, that's where we are. So I'm just trying to get involved. I feel like overtime's a possibility here. And I know you two want to be here at Tom's as long as possible.
We do.
On the broadcast, right? Think about this.
do.
And here's the beauty of overtime in the playoffs. That's a full intermission as well. So
Oh, it is. Oh, trust me. You're there for game 3. Guess what, guys? Here's what's gonna happen. Okay, I'm gonna go on my soapbox. We're gonna go 0-0 into overtime in game 3, and I'm gonna get up there. We have no sponsored elements in that intermission. So our showrunner Patrick goes,
Is that a
"Hey,
Brent Burns goal? No. All right.
You
I know
wanna-
Brent Burns was involved
you want to talk
there.
for 5 minutes?" No, I don't want to talk for
Lekanen.
5 minutes.
Lekanen with the goal.
Colorado breaks it through.
All right, let's see. This one's going to stand.
Not in Missouri anymore.
What?
Not in Missouri anymore.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Well, by the way, the Kings did win the face-off, but lost it behind the dog.
Yeah, but look at that. Look and apply pressure. Yeah.
Brent Burns got it down low. Let's see here. No, it was McKinnon.
Just turn and burn.
Controlling rebounds, crucial, and the Kings have been great at it.
You know-
They've been great at it most of the season, but
Not
couldn't
to be
get
that.
to it there.
Not to be that person. often, but that is a great example of you got to win the board battles.
It
and
is.
then where's the defenseman in front of the
here's
net,
the
you
interesting
know?
thing.
It's kind of like you got to have somebody protecting the net at all times. When I was playing my lovely hockey career down in Squirts and Pee-wees, okay, I was a stay-at-home defenseman, and that's what that means. You got to park it in front of the net, and if anybody comes in front of the net, you're saying, hey, get out of my house.
The shame of that play is that you win a face-off and the puck ends up in the back of your net.
You
That's
just
the
kind of
shame
like...
that. And it was about the battle.
Yeah.
Winning the face-off, losing the battle, and of all the guys to come out of the scrum with it, Nathan McKinnon.
I don't love that stat.
If you're going to battle down low like that, you got to win it, especially when you're the defenseman that's supposed to be in front of the net.
Kayla's got a stunning and terrifying statistic
What
for
did it
us.
say when scoring the first goal? Colorado is 42-6-2.
I think it's...
Yeah, that is...
There's also an and 0 coming up also if they make it through this second period. I believe this team has not lost when leading after 2.
Not cute.
But guess what? In the playoffs, you know what they've done? 0-0.
You're
Playoffs.
so right.
True.
It starts
Playoffs,
over in the
right?
difference.
This is a reset.
Regular season record,
This has been the hottest team in hockey multiple years in a row, and they just
and I have not seen
poof
them
it
in the
away.
Stanley
They
Cup Finals.
just shoot away.
The unfortunate part of this is I feel like the Kings have played well enough to have a lead here, or to at least be level, as we would say if this was a soccer match. So it is a shame that I feel like the Kings, through this second period, have outplayed the Avalanche, and yet it's a 1-0 game and a deficit.
Still a lot of time. You still just have to throw some vets out there. Like, I like that Scott Lawton goes out, whatever the matchup is, but I like that he's on the ice where he can, like, be like, okay, no, let's go. I'm not, just because that happened, like, we got to regain the energy.
Yes. Plenty of time this period, though, to tie this thing up still. I could see anything, and there will be a late push. The Avs are obviously going to try to go up 2 here. All right, the Kings are turning now. A nice defensive stop into
Look at that
offense.
forecheck, too.
Yes.
Like, everybody gets so bogged down by the Kings system. Pay attention to how many guys they have down low forechecking, especially since DJ Smith took over.
Turning the ice whenever possible is going to be key in this series. It happens in the face-off top, but it can also happen right there, as Anna keeps saying. Winning those battles. Winning those battles is the key. If you can get down low, if you can outskate them with a Jared Wright, get to a puck that otherwise they thought they were going to win the battle for, that's going to be key here in getting back into this game. And I don't expect the Avalanche to go into a shell. This is not a team that's trying to win necessarily 1-0. This game is still going to be opportunities. The Dogs on the ice right now trying to make something happen.
But setting yourself up for 50-50 chances is crucial, yes.
That's what
You are
matters against this
spot
team.
on.
And expect over the last 60 seconds of this period for the Kings to make an offensive push. The Kings know they don't want to go into the third period necessarily trailing here. The Avs have been very good at turning those into victories. I think we're going to see tic-tac-toe at the end of this period for a push.
Like, that looks like it's the most painful thing.
Getting
Like, just
running
running into the boards.
Yeah.
face first.
I don't like that. That makes me nervous. I grasp. I gasp.
Come on.
All right. Second line's out there right now. Laffy trying to turn something into offense. Byfield chasing it down. Again, a good win there, and Trevor Moore's got the puck behind the net. Great stick play right there.
Oh, yeah.
Great play right there.
Set her up.
Come on, guys.
Clark shoot it from the...
Eddie.
Unfortunately, Edmonton shot Karams all the way back around. Edmonton does have a very heavy shot, so I don't mind that there.
Let's go, Panarin.
Oh, Panarin almost skates it in all the way alone.
Oh. That's my thing about Panarin is he's really good at puck retrieval. Like, even if he loses the puck,
You're right.
he gets back.
Oh my gosh.
50-50
Look at
puck,
that.
as you
Look
said.
at this. You see Brian Dumoulin, though? He was already booking it back.
And he gets it
'cause
behind the net here.
he's
I like
smart.
this. Panarin behind the net,
Come on.
throws it in
Go,
front.
Kempe.
Crash.
What a chance there. The Kings weren't able to find the puck on the rebound there, but a great chance. Again, I told you, I like mucking it up. I like the ugliness in front of the net. You got to create that. But the way you do that is sometimes you got to throw it in there, even if you don't think it's a great opportunity. Now you got to face off. All right, we're keeping the second line out there, it looks like. But I do expect to see 9, 10, 11 again here before the end of the period.
Yeah, what? But you get it.
They're showing the goal again here. Again, McKinnon, Lehkonen also tipped that true. Forsberg would have had the rebound. Nice. And Doughty is on Lehkonen there, but of course you got to clear him out there. It was a deflection there from McKinnon. Lehkonen deflects it, and then Lehkonen gets it in the net. Minute 5 left in the period. Shots on goal, 22
you played
to
hockey,
16
you know what
here by Colorado.
the most painful things that happen in this sport is literally what happened to Brian Dumoulin. That thing is like the inside of your breezers are empty too.
Ice Crew doing their thing. Sneakered Ice Crew's doing their thing. I like it.
Come on, guys, fight for it.
Let's see if we're going to see a change here. Byfield's still out there. I still say we see 9, 10, 11 for one final push. All right, Avs have it here. Final 30 seconds.
30 seconds.
Kings turned it over here. Here we got a chance. All right, let's see who's going to be out there. You could change him out right now. Could happen. Second line remains out there. Uh-oh, turnover by Byfield right at the top of it. All right, face off now with 12 seconds to go. Do you keep that line out there or do you change it up here? I'd like to see it. I'd like to see the first line back out right here for the end of the period. I'd like to see the Kings try to win this face-off and make one push here with 12 seconds to go. Best opportunity is the first line. 9, 10, 11 I want to see out right now. Sticking with, okay, so Byfield's out here for the face-off. You got the second line out. Let's see if Laffy and Byfield can make something happen. Get it up to Trevor Moore with some speed. Avs win the face-off, though. Shot on that wide. All right, one last chance we're going to get here. Oh, the stretch pass to Laffy. Nearly got him. Another great chance. All right, that's it.
I kind of love how much Colorado's like tying up Alex Laferriere. Like, I'd feel good if I were him. They're giving him a lot of respect.
Again, 1-0 through 2
I'd be like,
periods.
who, me? So you think I'm good?
So you agree? You think you're really pretty?
So you agree?
All right, I'm going to leave you two for a second to
You
give
go
away
give away.
Final thought, really quick.
Final thought here from me before I get up and ready for the post-game show, which is going to be around maybe 5 o'clock the game will end today. What do we think, right? 2 overtimes, a double overtime feels good for me, all right?
Sam, don't you dare.
Okay, but I will say this. If you ask me after 2 periods, what would I like the score to be? Of course, I would want the Kings to be leading, but if I'm being realistic with myself about how the series went this season in the regular season, I'll take 1-0 heading into the third.
Okay.
1-0 heading into the third. The Kings, after the 5 minutes, the deluge that the Avalanche put on the Kings to start this game, I'm loving 1-0 right now. Anything is possible. Anna, you're going with Panarin to score here to tie this game up.
So.
I'll stick with Trevor Moore. Kayla's going with Kempe. I like that a lot. Let's get Schaff in here. Schaff's going to get in here. And I know, he has Lappy, right? He's got Lappy. All right.
Before you go give away, what was your biggest takeaway from the second?
I like that we're aggressive in front of the net. I don't know. I feel like we're shooting. We could shoot more, but I like the shots we're putting up.
That's right.
I feel like we need to do a better job of rebounding or having people.
Okay, yeah, well, that's tough in this league.
Yeah,
Rebounds are very controlled in this league now. It's different than it used to be.
We're getting our chances.
Yes,
we just
but
need
it's
people
one and
in
done.
those right
One and done.
spots,
One and done. You need
sweet spots to
correct.
Get the puck
All right,
in
so
there.
my one takeaway before we get yours, Anna, is face-offs. Again, I had said it before, but they're actually doing that. Winning those face-offs is absolutely key. And I'll say this much: stay out of the penalty box.
I was gonna
stay out of the penalty box. Forsberg playing electric.
Forsberg's still the best player in this game so far for either team. I'll say it's Forsberg. Anna, what's your takeaway here through 2?
My biggest, if you should go, you can go.
It's okay.
I think in the third period you got to dig deep, and you just, if I'm in that locker room, I'm saying
time to see what
get
we're made
your
of.
feet to the puck, okay? Eliminate the penalties, get your feet to the puck, and stick to the game.
And
mentally
to your point,
disciplined.
You made this point, and I'm giving you full credit, not us, but you made the point on the goal. It was a lost battle. We talked about the Kings winning battles this season. Yeah. It was a lost battle. It was a one face-off and a lost battle. And of all guys, McKinnon comes out of the scrum with the puck. Cannot happen.
Yeah,
cannot happen. All right, I'm giving it up to Schaff here. You two keep crushing it here, all right?
Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Samboni.
Real quick, what is the number that people can call into?
Absolutely. So tonight, this is what you're going to call.
Explain to me how to do it.
All you got to do, 877-710-710. 3776. Also easy to remember, 877-710-ESPN. 877-710-ESPN. We are on right now on ESPN. We'll be on through the 2 overtimes of this game as well, and I will be on right after that taking your calls. All right, Anna?
Let's go, Samboni.
I expect the call, Anna. Let's go.
Everybody call in. Okay, thank you for joining us.
You're very welcome. Thanks, Anna. Keep crushing it.
Make some magic happen. I think the Kings are going to do it. What do you think? Yeah!
talk about this. I like the chat. Chat's staying positive. It's good. It's a gritty game because it's playoffs. It's gonna be gritty. But I like it. I like this. Look at this. Cats and rats. Likely not going to be a skill-based goal. Unless it's Artemi Panarin, because everything's skill-based.
I mean, the problem, right, is that the skill-based plays have been there.
Yeah.
No finish.
It's just, it's like.
I mean, this is the playoffs. Like
you got it. You gotta.
If you can't finish, you're not going to be in the playoffs for very long. The crazy thing is the Kings have played well enough, territorially, situationally. They're doing enough to be in the game. They actually could potentially. They could have the lead.
They could have very well. They had a lot of chances.
The problem is they're not finishing on those opportunities. Whether it be, Kempe's had a couple of looks, Panarin's had a couple of looks. Power play doesn't look like it's clicking.
Yeah.
Too many guys missing passes. Pucks are out of the zone too easy. Like little things that need to be executed. They're not there. Now the best thing the Kings have going for them, Anton Forsberg. Guy's awesome right now.
What do you think? I mean,
he's playing extremely well. So, if they can get another good period from Anton Forsberg, they can stay in the game.
Able to bounce back after that goal also, and not game didn't falter after that.
That's true.
Which is huge.
Yeah, you're right.
And I thought the team was able to get back and grab some momentum and stay in it after the goal too, which, not to be negative, but has been a narrative with this team. We've seen other teams, the goals against come in spurts, whether it's a 5-minute span or a 90-second span.
I'll post so everybody watches the rest of this, right?
Zamboni selfie.
877
Somebody
710 ESPN. I don't know those numbers.
ESPN LA app. Sam will be giving all the analysis post game. We know that.
We got lots of hockey left. We do have lots of hockey left. Physicality, no penalties. Yet I said, could you hear us? I said, just message in the room, get your feet to the puck. Eliminate those penalties. Just make it so there's no question about it.
Yeah, the penalties have been tough too. I think that does bode well for, there's been a couple calls against the Kings, so maybe they tighten it up in the third period. I think the players know they can't afford another penalty.
Yeah,
that's the Byfield one is Nathan McKinnon's flying out there. He obviously is a very tough guy to defend. That's just QB trying to get himself back in the play. That one you can kind of live with. The Matthew Joseph one, a very ticky-tack call.
Bizarre, yeah.
But again, it's part of him just being in the right position. And the other one we talked about, Armia in the first period.
That's what I'm saying. The first one was ridiculous, and then the last two, the Quentin Byfield one was just that happened.
Yeah.
But there are some things where it's if you're there, that's not happening.
Yeah.
So getting your feet to thinking feet first kind of solves that. That mentality is a big thing.
Corey's night out. Kings are in the game. Need to stay out of the box. Get shots to the net. Get guys in front of the net. Exactly. That's it. That's it, Corey.
You want to come here?
Yeah,
you get down here right now. We'll put you on the mic. Come on. I like Kempe. Juice also, let's talk about this. You've gotten to see Juice for a lot longer than I've gotten to cover him. What can you say about his development and especially kind of that maturity, clicking, especially this season, and being kind of that mild-mannered guy on the ice? And as of recent, we've seen him get emotional in a good way, in a positive way, in an infectious way.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. I think we've seen that come along. I think that's a very fine line for any player, is to be emotional, drag your team into the fight, your teammates into the fight, but don't go over the line to where then you're taking a penalty or you're finding yourself in a bad spot or you're finding your team in a bad spot. So I think we've definitely seen that progression each year, maybe a little bit different, but
and he does get a little lost in the sauce sometimes. Emotion has gotten the best of him this season for sure. Whether it's frustration is maybe the emotion that we can label it, but the last, 10 games of the season, he seemed to be such a big difference maker with his communication on the bench with guys, his poise, his ability to walk that fine line of discipline, yet let's get it going. Talk about Adrian Kempe just being great and coming into maturity, and his maturity developing. That would be how to say that. And
so we got 20 minutes left. Waiting for the. We still got about 10 minutes until the third period gets going. Anyone else got any questions in the chat? This is a good time when there's not action going on. We had Indiana Jones say Kempe is their goal prediction.
So 17 to 22 total shots on goal. I gotta expand it to see period by period.
I'm gonna do a quick video.
Yeah, you're good. Even things up though, 12-13, and then shot attempts 25-27 in that period. So even though Colorado coming in, that's not bad. You have it on your bingo card?
Go Kings, go! Since I didn't put this up at the beginning.
My goal prediction, Panarin. Absolutely. Panami. That was good. The typos that my phone will put in for Artemi Panarin are electric. And it always does autocorrect. Who was that? Who was the was it Q? It was Coach Q that gave him that. And he was the one that gave the Panera bread, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It always goes to Panera.
Yep. Bread would be nice with some juice.
It was Panera, right? It said Panda. Natalie, can the people hear you? Okay, Natalie, our lovely producer. She goes, you did send me a text once. I send her lots of texts. Frantic texts often, in spurts. 20 texts. And then you won't hear from me for like 10 days. And then I'll pop back in and be like, I'm here. It's great.
Every time you send me a text about something, you go, oh, so sorry, didn't see this. And it was like my text to you 4 days before that.
And you want to know what? I have gotten a lot better at that, let me tell you. That's the sad part. I have improved. That was a 2026 resolution.
Good.
Be better at responding.
Do you use the iMessage function where you can make a message unread? Like after you've read it, you can go back and make it an unread message?
No.
So that way, you know, if
I
you...
do that all the time on like DMs and emails.
Like during a game, like
and
people will text me and I'll see it, but I didn't respond to it, but I know I need to respond to it,
Wait,
so I make the message unread.
No,
and
but
then,
I do fear that's what we were.
Well, that's not going to work for
That's not
Anna
gonna
because
help,
she
yeah.
has 5,830 unread messages.
I am a big loyalty rewards person, so I do just be throwing my number out to people. You know, like today, I know I'm probably not
But
supposed to
then
talk about
just
brands.
delete,
I got
delete,
a free
delete,
water
delete.
at 7-Eleven today because I am a loyal reward member.
You go to 7-Eleven?
But what is that? Well, hold
Yeah,
on.
they have a great loyalty rewards.
But what does that
I don't
have
know the
to do
last
with
time
you
I
having
stepped foot in
5,000 unread text messages? One
That's
does
a
not
good
need to be the other.
Okay. We don't need. Okay. You know what? I opened this can of worms. I'm putting
All
it
right,
back.
here, look.
The lid is back on. 5?
I have 5 unread messages that I will reply to after we are done here today. 5.
That's.
Yeah, I will always read a text, like from my family, and then I'll do that unread so then I can go back and respond when I have the time.
And I do that on my Instagram too. Like if
don't
someone
do that?
sends me a message on Instagram, I'll keep it unread until I respond.
I didn't know you could do. Okay, how do you do
You
the?
swipe. Wow,
So, like,
we're learning,
Brian?
We're learning new
You just
things today.
no.
Mark as unread.
Yeah, well that. But you can also like just do a little bing.
Don't look at
knowledge.
me like that. You put that face away. That's electric. See, I started all of these
Do you know about
conversations.
scheduling messages? So I need
I
to
do
tell you
know
about
that one.
Wait,
I do know about that one.
Scheduling text messages.
I don't know about this.
I do know about that one. And
You can schedule a message. So if it's late at night and you're like,
Yes.
I need to respond to this person, you can actually
Oh, I just
type
send
the
the message
out.
at 1 a.m.
Yeah, you can do that too. But if you don't
I'm
want
that
to do that,
person.
I went to when I was in
you
Greece
can do a
last
thing
summer.
for send later.
Yes.
And then put in the time you want it to send, and it'll automatically send. In fact, I did that to producer Tyler recently because he didn't know about it. And he was like, send me a message in 2 weeks from now reminding me to do this. And I scheduled it, and then 2 weeks later, it sent him the message. He was like, thank God for that.
That's electric.
How do you do this? Through the message?
I do.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, here, I'll show you.
I have actually never heard of it.
I have used that. When did I use that?
I'm going to schedule a message to Kayla right now.
I should do this with my boss
you hit
because
the
I don't
plus
really wake
button,
up before 8:30 a.m.
And then
Send later.
Send later.
I do know that. Because I was absolutely, when there's time differences, like my dad travels out of the country a lot, so I'll be like, oh, he's sleeping. I'm going to send him a text, like, your dog is doing great. Frank's doing great. Wow. Okay, by
It's lit here at Tom's.
by end of April, I will have cleared out my message. Don't look at me like that. Put that face away, Nat. Learning tech lessons with the Kings. Yeah, you know what? You're welcome. Need to make them uncomfortable. I think the LA Kings have done a great job they've done a great job at making this team uncomfortable. You can tell they were a little frustrated.
Yep.
And there was a real world where they break through on that goal and then they open things up, and that did not happen.
I think for me it comes down to the Kings have gotten their chances, but somebody's gotta hit the net, right? You gotta find a way to convert, and some of that is
Colorado's goaltender, Scott Wedgwood. He's been good.
Yep.
Made saves, but Kings have had some open looks that they just have flubbed,
or not getting a clean shot, or whatever the reason is.
not able to finish when they've had the chances, and you're playing the Colorado Avalanche.
It's
the
not as bad.
President's
Gotta
Trophy
capitalize
winner.
on
You have
every
to
opportunity.
you don't have to get on everyone, but at least one, right?
Most
Or
of
at least
them.
maybe two, they'd be winning, you know?
But that's like kind of the beauty of it. I hope that's being discussed in the room. Because if you're coming into this series, you're such an underdog, and then if you have someone come in saying, guys, we are like messing this, we're not capitalizing on our chances, I'm going, oh, okay. Yeah, right on. Let's go. Let's fire up.
It's hard. That's probably the hardest. It's not something that you can, something you can control is working your effort, your energy to get the chances.
But if you get the chances and the goalie just saves all the shots, then it becomes frustrating. So you don't want to toe that line of becoming too frustrated. So I think the Kings stay level-headed here in the third period, continue to do the work that's gotten them those opportunities.
Oh, yeah.
It's just somebody needs to be that person that can figure out how to get it done, right? Like somebody has to step up. Like Kopi's had looks, Panarin's had looks, Clark's had looks, Byfield, Moore, Leferrier, they've all had looks. Somebody's got to figure out how to finish one of those looks, and that's the difference between winning and losing.
On a completely separate note, Indiana Jones said they love Tom's Fried Pickles.
Hey,
Shout out
you
to
should
Tom's
be
Fried
here right
Pickles.
now.
That's a good
Let's
call.
go. They do have those here. You could be here right now.
He also said the boys know they're in this. Hearts for Kopi.
They had I had, when I was off camera while Samboni was here, they had the pickle brine for their chicken tenders.
Oh.
And let me tell you,
I was going to say, were you
Pretty
ripping
good.
pickleback
Yeah.
shots over there? I was like,
I didn't go that far. I do like pickles.
pickle,
So anything pickle, I'm probably in on that.
pickle juice in.
Great
Have you ever
electrolyte.
had-
Yes, I was about to say.
This is a plug.
Go.
I don't know who owns this beer company, but they have. I had a beer that is called Donna's Pickle Beer. If you like pickle
I've heard of
things,
this.
it's a beer, but it's kind of tastes a little bit. It's like half beer, half pickle juice almost.
I mean,
So if you like
Hydrate
pickle,
while you dehydrate.
that's just another day in New England, upstate New
Just saying.
York, off, what is that, I-90? Is that it? I-80? Whatever the interstate is. They be mixing pickles with everything up there. Your neck of the woods, but. Nat, remind me how old you are. 23? Have you ever had a pickleback? No, she's shaking
so
her head.
good. Yeah, they're really popular in Chicago.
Ugh, grow up.
All right, we're getting ready
Go
for
see the
third
world.
period.
Go see the world sometime, okay?
Colorado,
All right, so
when
this is
leading
the stat,
after two
right?
periods, is 41-0-0. Best record in the NHL. That changes right now. That changes today.
I read that stat to Samboni on Kings Talk after Game 72 when it was
Locked in against Colorado. I said, Sam, one thing the Kings can't do is get behind.
Correct. Playoffs are a different beast, as we know. Oh, I can hear myself again. Oh, really?
I will say, I will take this moment. I can hear myself. I can't hear you very well when you talk. Oh, yeah, you sound great.
It was the music, I think. Music is... Oh, okay. The chicken tender, what is it?
pickle brine.
Pickle brine chicken tenders. That sounds actually insane.
It was really good. Very good. I figure
Rave
one thing
reviews.
Tom's has got down, if you come to Tom's, Game 2, you can come back here if you want.
Ooh, favorite dive bar in LA. Let's divert for a moment. Mine is Naja's underneath the Redondo Beach Pier. Do you have a favorite dive bar? Chat wants to know.
That's a good question. I do love dive bars, but I haven't been to a ton in LA. Probably because I'm lame and stay in the South Bay all the time.
You and me both, Jared.
Which one is it?
So I mean, anything in the South Bay, I've been to.
Everything is a dive bar.
Is North End considered a dive bar?
No, because they
they're
have
buffalo
good food.
chicken
Yeah,
wrap.
they have really good food.
I literally went there for Valentine's and had the chicken tender basket, half fries, half tater tots, and a dirty martini, and I was the happiest
It was
person
good,
alive.
yeah.
So good.
Naja's and Hercules. I like Hercules. What's yours, Nat? Let's hear it. Underground is not a dive bar. That is an upstanding establishment. We gotta get you out more. We're gonna be planning activities, okay? This off season, we're gonna get after it, Natalie, okay?
We haven't talked about this on a watch along yet because it happened during the one Monday. How about that trailer that the Kings put out, the playoff trailer?
We talked about it when you saw it the first time.
Yes, we talked about it in real time as we were watching it at the Cosm on Monday. Incredible work. If you haven't seen it, head to the Kings socials. Check it out.
If you haven't seen it, where have you been living?
Where have you been living? It's the best piece of content I think we put out.
You've been living at Naja's underneath the Redondo Beach Pier.
And
there's no Wi-Fi or service
shout out
there.
Nathan. Phenomenal job. There was a bunch of people that contributed to it, but Nathan's the guy I'm giving credit to.
He had the vision. He had the execution.
We had Phil on Royalty that will come out next Wednesday. We recorded it on Friday, and he gave us a full breakdown of the everything leading up to the release of that trailer.
You had Phil on?
We had Phil on.
Stop. That's electric.
We needed to know everything about the making of the playoff trailer.
Phil, insufferable Newhouse guy, am I right? Yeah, I know.
Hockey Girl said trailer, cry face. Correct.
So good. The content team is just
everything
so
they're putting out.
Like, it's just really good. The mic'd ups,
the hype reels.
Oh my gosh. The what do we call these, Natalie? Like the hype videos coming back from the periods.
She did that.
Natalie makes
you did the one
so
today?
Good.
The bell or the other one? The bell. Natalie, well done.
I do send Natalie TikToks, and I'm like, here's what I think you should do. They're very outlandish. I hope it lands one day. I said they should make a Lord of the Rings Nazgul edit to For Whom the Bell Tolls by Metallica. And she was like, okay, I'll work on it. She was like, got it, coach.
So, by the way, the third period is underway.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Did we say that? Oops.
I like doing that. Oh, we have a penalty or no? No. Just Drury getting escorted back to the bench.
Still looking for that first goal.
I was just going to say that. Let's refresh the fans on who we picked.
We
talked about this a lot too, but it's going to bear out here.
The Kings, a team that is comfortable in the close games.
A team that is comfortable in one-goal games. They've played so many one-goal games. It is crazy. Almost every single game was a one-goal game. So they're not in an unfamiliar position, but
We've been here before, yeah.
Yeah, you're still down against Colorado. So
The pressure. Look at this forecheck from Colorado.
Oh, yeah, so I picked Kempe first goal. Anna, you picked
Panera.
Jared.
The Ferrier is really good.
And Samboni picked Trevor Moore.
I haven't gotten a chance to talk. Maybe next time Samboni's on.
Samboni rode the Zamboni.
What?
Yeah, I don't know if you missed that at Crypto.
I feel like I did see this. Yes.
But I mean, that's pretty great.
That is like Inception.
He was
Mind
live filming the whole
blown.
time.
Of
so.
course.
Yeah, plenty of content. Oh, bad turnover by the Kings in their own zone.
Oh no.
Now I got to recover.
We got a couple juice and bread first goal predictions in the
Nice
chat.
play by
oh
Joel
my
Edmondson.
gosh.
Uh-oh.
Dude, seeing this is where you get stuck.
Penalty. Oh, they didn't call it.
See, that's more of a penalty than what we saw called in the first.
What would that be called? That would be kind of like a
Tripping.
W trip.
Yeah, there's a leg
Leg
in there.
This is a dumb cut. Knee to knee still a thing, right?
Knee to knee is kneeing.
Yeah, kneeing. Okay, got it. What's the one?
I could have been a knee. It looked like more of a tripping, but
It trips me out because I still play NHL hits.
Trips you up.
I still play
Mikey's
the
not even
2004 NHL hits, and the rules are very different now.
man.
So I'm always like,
well, also that's the best video game though.
yeah, but it messes me up for my job. I'm like,
Yeah.
Oh shoot.
why not?
Too many turnovers from the
Kings. They got stuck in their own zone, and Colorado has made it a 2-0 game.
Definition of playing on your heels, getting stuck on your heels.
Yeah, and honestly, the Kings didn't start this period on their heels. They were fine, but
Rattled off 2 shots on
it's
goal.
funny. I feel like it was actually just
one bad turnover when I said it.
and then after that, they've just been playing catch-up ever since. Logan O'Connor ends up being one-on-one with Anton Forsberg and just risks it over Forsberg.
Puck was on its edge, too. That's pretty impressive. Puck was not flat on the ice, and he kind of got it on the heel of his stick and lifted it over Forsberg. But, again, not Forsberg's fault. There's no defense in front of him. Multiple turnovers by the Kings in their own zone, and that is not the recipe for success. 14 minutes left to try to get back in this game.
So that's why you gotta mentally dig deep in this scenario.
Yeah.
It's like you just gotta throw.
One of the last 13 did not score a goal. He has one in the postseason, extending the Colorado lead.
That's out. Have you ever been to Colorado?
Yes.
That is one of the ones Jared's been to. I remember that time we talked about all the places you've been and where you haven't.
I was there just after Christmas this year. We played the Avalanche. I think it was like first game back from the break, maybe on the 29th of December.
Nice. Oh, nice.
Yeah, it was a good game. Anton Forsberg actually played that game as well. And he was the Kings they were hung in there.
Didn't win,
Similar to
but-
today. They didn't win, but it wasn't as good as the most recent matchup against Colorado, which was here on I think March 2nd.
Yeah.
It's DJ Smith's first game after
Yeah,
he
and they lost, but it
took
was like-
over. It was a good showing by the Kings.
Monday.
Still lost, but that's the problem with Colorado, right? You can play well It's not enough. You have to play so well to beat them, almost perfect. But yeah, I did go to Ball Arena for the second time this year. The first time I went was in 2014, so totally different era of my life.
Wow.
But I did drive there for a Rangers Avalanche game when I was living in Nebraska.
Oh, I was like, you drove there from
Yeah,
where?
it was about a 5-hour drive from the town I lived in Nebraska to Ball Arena. And
What town did you live in Nebraska?
What's that?
What town did you live in Nebraska?
I lived in a place called Kearney, Nebraska.
Where's your closest airport?
There's a Kearney, Missouri. I almost said Kearney.
There is an airport in Kearney. It only flies to Denver.
Absolutely.
The next closest airport is Lincoln, which is 2 hours away.
Oh, wow.
But Lincoln's pretty small, so I would usually go to Omaha, which, another 30,
also a
40
kind of small
minutes
airport,
past.
but-
So
There's nothing I love more than small town. Midwest small towns. Product of a small town Midwest.
I like them too, as long as there's like a Whole
Midwest
Foods.
small town.
I'm fine with it.
no Whole Foods.
Yeah.
I cannot hear myself
There's a
think
Whole
right
Foods
now.
in Lincoln, Nebraska.
Not in
Okay.
Kearney.
We're back.
How about Marty Samuel, who was quickly cut as a player. This time to play 2004, later played for John Cooper. Now Colter gets into the postseason with Montreal.
Hey, from another gentleman who won the cup, did he not do?
He did. John Tortorella will be leading the Vegas Golden Knights.
Now I'm trying to think the name of the supermarket that is like hugely popular.
See, I wouldn't know because I only go to
It's
Whole
like
Foods.
only in the Midwest. They have Hy-Vee.
Hy-Vee?
Oh,
I was going to
Hy-Vee.
say Hy-Vee.
There was a Hy-Vee.
Incredible
that-
food
that
selection.
opened up.
Those
They
are great.
built the Hy-Vee while I was living there, and it was brand new. It had a full restaurant.
Yes, it's
like
like
like,
right
a, like a bar like this.
They have really good
restaurant bar.
orange chicken and rice
Yeah.
and broccoli bowls.
Oh my God, so many
Yeah.
good things.
At Ivy.
Shout out Hy-Vee.
Yeah, shout out
Ivy for the Midwesterners.
Shout out Living It Up, or Living It Adam. He's in the UK. He goes, small town here in the UK. Where are you in the United Kingdom? And how big is your town? Tell us about your town, big dog.
Oh, welcome from the UK. Come on, let's do something special.
Tough go for the Dodgers fans.
Dodgers, we mentioned, are also in Colorado. We got that on a different TV here.
We had a fan win a hat during the intermission who was decked out in his Dodgers uniform, his Dodgers hockey uniform, and his Kings Dodgers co-branded hat, repping both teams.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Rockies are up 5-4 now, though. Can't blame this one on Josh Schaefer. He was at the game last night.
I
That's
saw
it.
that.
Have
Josh taking in some baseball.
Have you guys ever been to that ballpark, baseball ballpark?
I have not
not.
been to Coors Field, no.
That place is cool.
I've heard it's cool.
Yeah, because you got a cool
Like,
view.
literally, it's cold there.
It is. It is. It's very is. But it's like right next to the Broncos stadium too. It's like very cool. Their stadium situation is cool. That's why I asked, because I've never been to an Avs game, but I've been to the other two, and I'm like, very cool. We'll give it to them. They do a nice job. Atmospheres. They do a good sports scene. There you go. Small town, Southport near Liverpool. I love that. Dude, good for you.
Does he have Care Bears on his goalie helmet? Not Forsberg.
I
Realize how many TVs the game is on that I can
Yeah,
look,
like,
because I'm
literally
looking
every
here
other
or
TV.
I'm looking there, but I could also look there
And
or
then
there
the
or there or
gigantic
there.
ones. I wonder why that one's not on.
Oh, yeah.
That one we used to have. I don't know. These are easier. Anyway,
We got UCSB, UC Irvine. Okay. College baseball, Kayla.
That's one thing I'm not super locked into.
College baseball. Yeah.
Oh wait, is this the College World Series or when does that happen? Is that more in June?
all right, we got a penalty.
Here we go.
I don't.
Is it on me or is it on them?
Me was on the ground.
Not sure what they called. Looks like it was on Colorado, although I thought they called a tripping call on Colorado. The question is just, did the Kings have the puck, and why did the whistle? So there's your trip.
We'll take it.
But now here's the question, right? So there's a trip, and then I see maybe like right away because it didn't seem like the Avalanche ever got possession. Like Kings should have been able to have that delayed penalty, but
Kings on the power play. Here we go.
Yeah, this is it. You're looking for a chance.
So why would that be a trip, but that wouldn't be a knee?
That wasn't on the knee.
It
was on the shin.
Okay.
Knee is more like knee.
It's got to be knee to knee.
Knee to knee.
Hence the name. Look like a knee. Come on. I love it.
Anatomy of the legs.
And you know what? I never took that class. Can you? Come on, okay, guys. Thank you. Nat came in with a double down and said, if you're going to hit the knee, it has to be the knee. Thank you.
Byfield shot to the net. Good screen by Kopi in front. And good save by Wedgwood. I don't mind this by Byfield. If you're watching and you see on the power play, Kopi's doing a great job in front of the net. He gets the screen. Hard for Wedgwood to see. Byfield just throws it on goal. It's a bad angle shot, but could cause a rebound. Gets you another face-off. Gets it reset. I'm not opposed to it, especially right now when you just need a bounce, right? Kings are just trying to throw the puck to the net. You're down 2-0. Need a bounce.
I like you got 9 up top, so you got. Yeah, you got 5 forwards.
Oh.
5 forwards.
Kings worked on this a little bit yesterday in practice. They spent some time working on 4 forwards with Brant Clark at the top. They also spent some time working on this look, which is 5 forwards, Kempe at the top. The last time that the Kings tried this was under Jim Hiller, but also they did not have Artemi Panarin, which changes the complexion of your power play a lot. So that's what they're going for. I think Wedgwood does a nice job again on the next opportunity there. Kept the puck in front of them. Kings were crashing the net, had bodies there, but couldn't find the loose puck. Wedgwood was in front of it.
Minute 24 left in the power play. Oh gosh. Oh. Here we go. Oh, buddy, no, just get it to QB. Ah.
Down to about 30 seconds left on the power play. They're going to get the second unit on. Doughty's out there. I believe Clark would be with him. Yeah, so it's interesting. 5 forwards on the first unit, and then you have 3 forwards and 2D on the second unit. Trevor Moore knocked over and a clear by Colorado. So it's not enough here for the Kings. Got to find a way.
5 seconds.
Stick save by Wedgwood. Now with speed is McKinney. Going by Landeskog. Came out of his own offside, brought back in by Lehkonen. So the Avalanche kill off the 3rd Kings power play here in Denver, game 1. 9:35 remaining. 2-0 again.
Our UK friends from Southport near Liverpool.
Tom's was his favorite spot that he visited when he came.
Yes.
Absolutely. Back to even numbers.
Oh my gosh, and I met you. LA Lakers night last year. First Kings game versus the Caps. Well, hello again. Great to see you. Thank you for joining us in the chat.
You know what we need?
What's
Some of
that?
that Mikey
Some goals?
optimism.
We do. We need
Mikey Alexander hype.
We're all sitting here a little like.
We need him to like FaceTime in, give us a pep talk.
I do feel like
He gets a little down in games like this.
Yeah, maybe that you see the side of him that we don't see. No one sees that side of Mikey.
But yeah, we do need that hype right now. Let's get a Go Kings Go going in the chat. How much time's left? Like a little over 9 minutes to go in the third period. We've got time. What was that, Anna?
I do feel at this point, with still under 10 to go, still a lot of time, okay? There are a lot of, when you think about going into like a game 2 scenario, there's a lot of things to learn from. There's a lot of things. It is kind of crazy having, what is this, Deftones, like in our in-ear right now.
I cannot hear it. I cannot hear it.
I could do the System of a Down, you know, early on. This one's like a little aggressive, I will say.
They're just piping it straight into your
Yeah, really,
headphones.
it's just going right.
I'm not gonna be able to hear it after this.
But I do feel like there's a lot of film to break down on this one. And there's a lot of things to learn from in this scenario. Of like, hey, here's what you do in this scenario. Like,
The sad thing is, like I said, I don't really
it's
think
basic. It's simple.
We've had our chances.
I think that, you know, if you want to script out a game of how the Kings need to play to have a shot, we've seen a lot of those things. Like, they need to
kill penalties. Well, they've done that.
they need to
Have good goaltending. They've gotten that.
Yeah.
they need to have opportunities in the offensive and not get
Pinned in their own zone.
Yeah.
I feel like they've done that. I mean, they're getting outshot 27-21.
It's not like they're getting
Outshot by a ton. They've had their looks. Just it's hard to really the film when you look at the film and you see you had the openings and you just couldn't score. That's more of a you got to bear down. There's not a lot of film. I'm sure you can look at a few things and try to make adjustments because you know Colorado's going to make adjustments. You have to anticipate what adjustments Colorado's going to make just as much as you have to adjust yourself. But I don't really think that it's not like a strategic territorial issue that the Kings aren't playing well enough. They were in this game. They just
got to bury the opportunity.
The biggest takeaway is control the controllables. Yeah.
I mean,
To be
yeah,
trite,
I think
but-
there's some of I think there's some of that. I think certainly I think DJ Smith would say that they've taken
Too many penalties. So that's a controllable. I think he would say we have to take 2 or less penalties to win game 2.
We've had 4?
Avs have had 3 power plays. So
Oh, 3, okay.
hasn't been too bad, but you had a couple sloppy ones that probably are avoidable.
and obviously it's easy to say, you know, don't turn the puck over.
Yeah.
Well, of course we don't want to turn the puck over, but
Some of that is
the pressure that Colorado, they're fast,
they're going to put pressure on you. They're going to create things.
it's just minimizing them.
As much as you can.
Anna, someone asked,
I saw that.
will you give up Poppy for the remainder of the playoffs if it helps the Kings? Did I miss something? Are you addicted to Poppy?
Oh my gosh, yes. Do you know how many times I've brought a Poppy to the arena?
Actually, that's true.
And then I accidentally leave it in the fridge. And then I have to waltz on back in there. Be like, hey guys, forgot.
Are we allowed to use that fridge?
I do.
Oh,
It feels available.
that's a good call.
Yeah. I bring food.
So there was a little bit of a scrum after this last whistle.
Shippy.
We got to take a look to see.
Isn't it great? They were on Team Canada together a few months ago, and now he's like.
Kempe hit Makar in the face.
Oh, was that
But
Adrian
we have
Kempe?
to
No,
see.
Yeah, it's Kempe.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh,
we
I
have
thought
to
that was
see-
8. Never
I don't
mind.
think he was not.
Wow.
But what was crazy
Yeah.
was the fight that Drew and McDavid got
Yeah.
in the other night. I was like, wait, what? That's wild.
So they didn't call a penalty on Kempe. He's probably lucky to not
have a penalty on that.
I was trying to look to see if Makar provoked him at all, but we didn't see that on the replay that we just watched.
Avs fans are not happy.
Yeah, Avs fans saw the replay on the board in the arena.
They not happy.
Second period of play here in the third. For the puck period for Colorado. Looking for working free. 7.5 remaining, third period. Left alive by 3. And now Mania forced it out of his own. There's Goalie.
Oh, come on.
Looking for White. Now CC with it. CC with a shot. And the puck covered by Wedgwood.
It's a good chance from Cody Ceci. A little scrum in front. Body's there. Throw the puck to net. Not a bad idea. Anna was talking about ice time before. Drew Doughty. A good 4 minutes ahead of pretty much anybody else right now. 22 minutes. Mikey Anderson second. Obviously Drew's partner, so you're going to see the two of them kind of match up. But the interesting third, Alex Laferriere.
Okay.
So.
Because you have, but look
Followed
at that, you
by
have Laff,
Artemi.
Trevor Artemi, because he's out there for both power play units,
Right.
so that makes sense. And then QB, so they're definitely doing matchup and then some, I feel
Yep.
like, right?
Trevor Moore on the
No,
high
it's the
end.
guys you would expect. I mean, I don't know that you would expect Drew to have a full 4 minutes ahead of Mikey, but could have been caught out there on a few longer shifts earlier in the game.
Yeah, and I also feel like Drew does bring invaluable experience. Like, I mean, he's Drew Doughty.
Certainly.
Like in a scenario like this, I understand there's an argument to be like, oh, he's a little bit older, whatever, but also it's like, no, he's Drew Doughty, dude. Like, he knows he doesn't get phased in these moments.
Oh my God.
Wow. I don't know how Nichushkin just missed.
Woo.
Nichushkin had basically an empty net to shoot at on a rebound. And they were talking on the broadcast, might have hit the post. Let's take a look at a replay. Hard to see from that angle. This will be a better angle if we get the second angle here.
His team was going to bring a lot of that.
We saw a couple, a little more between Kempe and Makar there.
But see, that's the Adrian Kempe that's been emotional this year and has like really gotten up. It's cool to see.
He's chirpy. He's scrappy.
Such a mild-mannered dude.
I know, he's so quiet in person, and then he gets on the ice and becomes this totally different person.
He's a competitor, though, right?
Yeah.
Like
Oh my gosh,
he's
so
You can't teach
competitive.
that. Yeah.
He's gonna get involved in whatever way he can. You see, Landeskog went after
I love
Kempe.
it. I like seeing the fight in him.
Yeah, it's just you got to be careful because you don't want to. Oh,
Correct.
Kings does say they have a power play. They called Landeskog for penalty.
Let's go. Kings going on the power play. 6:43 left in the third.
So I guess. Oh, wait a minute. Now it says 4-on-4.
Oh man, they called both of them.
They're making Kempe go to the box.
and he's getting serenaded on his way there.
I think that's probably a fair call. Kempe's been in the middle of all that.
Considering he got probably a solid warning.
Well, yeah, Landeskog went after him.
Right after that, Landeskog went right over to Byfield and got him this grill.
Yeah, so canceled out roughing calls.
If you're Byfield in that situation and Landeskog's coming in there and trying to...
Well, the one good thing I'll say about this, 4-on-4,
Yeah.
does have some extra space out there on the ice. So the Kings, who are trailing right now, they might have to take some risks, take some chances to try to open it up and see if they can score and get on the board. Still 6:40 to play. And the last time we had 4-on-4 earlier in the game, Kings were a little careless with the puck. So I'd like to see them hang on to it and be a little bit aggressive, but also you don't want to be careless and give the puck away.
That's exactly what you're talking about.
Oh gosh.
That is so lethal. Do you see just how they spread out the ice when they do like a when they do a 3-on-2 rush? How they spread out the ice so much?
Yeah.
It's like, geez.
Oh, yeah. Get your angle to get a pass through. Nice play by Panarin here.
Go Joel. Oh!
Edmondson took too long to take the shot. It got blocked. Panarin able to keep it into the zone. Nice job, but it rolled off his stick. Yeah, see, 4-on-4, you don't see it a ton.
Oh my gosh.
But it's kind of a little bit like 3-on-3.
What are we doing?
You don't want to just give the puck away. Possession's so important, just like it is in 3-on-3. I think Kings had some tired bodies on the ice.
That altitude.
Got to have the shorter shifts. Down to 5 minutes to play here.
I don't think you want to get under 4 minutes. I think you want to be in the next minute here.
20 seconds left on the power play.
So you've got to be proactive on that decision.
There's Burns. Now Lehkonen has scored the first goal for Colorado. Out of the box. Kempe and Landeskog. Both teams in full strength. That's McKinnon. Puts the puck back to Manson.
Someone said we need some Go Kings Go in the chat. Yes, we do. Let's get some Go Kings Go goes going. It's hard to say. Go QB.
Running wide is Byfield. This pass broken up by Connery. Connery circles away from Kempe. Off the boards, out of his zone. And out is Landeskog. Back for Connery.
Nice shot block there by Cece.
Officially nervous time.
Allowed the Kings to transition to some offense. But Armia and Wright toppled over each other. Colorado's going to have a big rush here.
Oh gosh. Oh gosh. No.
Oh! Wow. Couple big plays by Cece defensively.
How about that save?
Now I can say this.
Last week.
He did get that turnover earlier on, and since he got that turnover, he's been really disciplined.
Looked like it could have been a penalty on Colorado. Nothing called.
Oh,
a lot of pushing and shoving going on in this game.
This is getting tense.
They definitely have been going after 21 and 14 for LA. Definitely clock that.
Yeah, Kings right now, they're just not able to get possession in Colorado's end there. They're getting possession to clear their zone, but they're not getting past their blue line. We got a penalty here. 2:57 left in the third. There's going to be another penalty, I believe.
Is that high stick, or what's he grabbing at?
With 2:57 remaining.
I will say as a hockey
See,
fan.
it was Kempe and Brock Nelson.
This is great.
Oh, okay, so it's going to be a Kings power play.
Yes,
Brock Nelson, high stick.
I've never wanted a man to bleed more in my entire life. So, to be fair, my favorite part about hockey, tangent, is inviting people who do not know about hockey to games and then sitting with them.
And then having a
bringing the most
fight,
yes.
go down, drop gloves, throwing punches. What's this?
One of my friends who literally has like an extensive Fendi bag collection. Okay, I'm painting a picture, right? This girl's not.
She's bougie.
She has no idea what's going on when the sports happen. And I sat with her and she's like, okay, what's going on with the timeout? We go on timeout? I'm like, yup, we go on timeout. I'm like, that's a penalty box. And she's like, okay, box of shame. I'm like, absolutely. And then she's like, so you can be like aggressive, but you can't be that aggressive. I'm like, no, you can be aggressive. It's just like a certain aggressive. And then there was like an interference call or something. Like, yeah, like you can't do that. She's like, okay, that makes sense. Next, play plays out. Dude just gets rocked into the boards. She's like, you can't do that. I'm like, you can do that. She's like, what? And then this was like a year or two ago, somebody gets a high stick. He's bleeding everywhere. Has to go in, get stitched up. Everybody's losing their minds in the building, cheering. She goes, "Why are we cheering?" She goes, "This boy is bleeding." I'm like, so here's the bit.
Blood screen.
Like, instead of 2-minute timeout, she gets a 4-minute timeout. And she was like, "So you want to bleed?" I'm like, "You want to bleed?" She's like, "Oh my gosh, he's going to have to call his plastic surgeon. Like, that's going to be a scar." I'm like, "You're so right." That's definitely what he's thinking of.
As long
in
as
this
it doesn't
moment.
keep you out of the lineup and you can play your next shift, you're all right with it.
Yeah, and then he came back out and she's like, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah, just tape it up, good to go." She's like, never watched an ice hockey game, took him to a Kings game, and I got him converted. You gotta spend the money and put your butt in a seat and see it real life. It's just so great.
Okay, we're turning up here at Tom's.
All right, so the Kings coming out of this timeout, power play, and they have Forsberg at the bench.
Oh,
so
empty net.
Two-man advantage now.
I was
with
just
the
going to
empty
ask,
net.
do we think we're going to pull the goalie? OMG.
So, yeah, again,
Oh, yeah, they are.
talk about this, but it's a risky move, but you're down by 2.
Yeah. Oh,
Might
my
as
gosh.
well.
We
So,
need the
Panarin,
volume up
good
in
look.
here.
Laugh is out there, so they have Brant Clark out there as the 6th skater.
Come
5
on, guys.
forwards plus
Come on.
Clarkie.
Up
Come
your
on.
play-by-play. Let's do. Come on, come on, Chef. Let's hear it.
Oh.
He's so good. He's on my
Hard to see if it got tipped. It didn't touch Kopi. QB was the first guy. And maybe it's hard. QB and Kopi both were very close to touching it. Not sure if they did. Great screen, the double screen on Wedgwood.
Those are big
Kings are
bodies.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go!
Back within 1. They got the power play goal.
Okay.
And they can breathe again here, but here they go. They got an offensive chance.
2 minutes left. Let's make it
So
happen.
the question is, when do you pull
do you do it
Forsberg again?
Yeah.
So right now, Forsberg back in the goal. But I would think
he's probably coming out soon.
I would
We need
think
to
so.
we need to go back to silence because that didn't work.
right.
So
Yeah, they didn't have the
that
audio
helped.
on when we scored.
We were locked in. Okay. Woo!
Oh, they call a penalty on the Kings now. So this is tough. This
that's
is
gonna
what
run
we
out the
talked
clock.
about. It's good to get the breaks. Colorado gave a penalty to us. Now high sticking the call. Yeah, sticks in the face. It's going to get called every time.
Yeah, that was
There
that
was a
was
little
unnecessary.
theatrics to that,
Yeah,
but-
He didn't try to do it. He's trying to play tough
On the forecheck, trying to get the puck. I mean,
DJ Smith there.
after the goal was scored and all the top offensive players on the ice went to the third line to try to give those guys a little bit of a rest so that when you pull your goalie, now the top guys are fresh again.
To come back out there.
The third line was doing a good job. The puck was in the offensive zone, but it's a little detail having your stick,
Game 2. Got to clean up these penalties.
Yeah.
I'm a little surprised that they're not going with 2 defensemen. That being the
This is my favorite part of the chat when all of the other teams' fans start funneling in.
So now you got 148 left.
And you're shorthanded. So going to be extremely hard.
This is a situation where for Colorado, it might actually be a disadvantage for them to shoot. They might hold on to the puck as long as they can while they
avoid
have
turning
control
it
of
over.
Because shooting the puck is basically giving it away to
Correct.
If there's a rebound,
Kings could take it
Let's
away.
watch this.
Oh, okay. We got the Artemi Panarin replay coming up right now. Jared, do you want to walk us through this?
Yeah.
Stand by.
Yeah, see, the Kings can kill this penalty off, but they can lose. There's less time left in the game clock than there is on the penalty clock.
Runs it out.
Kings have iced the puck twice, but they got to hold on to it to get an offensive chance.
There we go. Okay, let's go.
Aaron's out there.
Oh, buddy.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Incredible save by Anton Forsberg.
Joel Edmondson using his body.
I think if you look what happened there, Panarin
Attempted a home run, what they call a home run pass.
and it got picked off, and then the Kings were in scramble mode, so they're going to show replay on the broadcast. Tried the home run pass, it gets intercepted, and then Panarin tried to poke it back, and he was out of position. So then there's only really one player back to try to help Forsberg. Joel Edmondson got a piece of it. Oh, that looked like it hit the outside of the post on that last shot.
Oh my gosh. Inches.
Now, I'm interested to see if DJ Smith would want to call his timeout. I don't know.
I can't remember the Kings using their timeout.
So this would be the time to do it. Yep.
I called it.
Oh, here we go. Okay.
All right,
we're going to timeout.
Natalie's got the Panarin replay
So
coming up right now.
Let's take a look at this replay.
Oh, yeah, okay.
With the man advantage. Goaltender
Two-man, right?
No, one. I think it's 6 on
Two-man,
5.
two-man and, oh.
6 on 5, cycling the puck. Panarin comes up top. You got 5 forwards on the ice, and you put a 6'5" Quentin Byfield right in front. You get an Andrzej Kopitar, who's nice, 6'3" frame. And then you got, who's that down below? Who's touching the puck right there? Alex Laferriere. You got Alex Laferriere also waiting for the rebound down low. So you got 3 guys just disrupting that lane. What do you think, Jared? So now are we going to see a 5-forward power play moving forward?
No, I think that's a different circumstance. That's a 6 on 4. You got a 2-man advantage there with the goalie pulled, so different situation.
Well, it certainly could go back to the 4-forward, 1-defense power play, as the Kings didn't have a power play goal until that moment.
But now, with the Kings shorthanded, they come out of the timeout. They got to have a way to get possession of the puck. And they win the faceoff.
Okay,
Great
okay.
job by Kopi.
Come on.
McKinnon all over Doughty. Nice play by Doughty to get it to Juice. Now goalie's off, extra attacker on.
Empty net, LA. Oh my gosh.
Kings will have a offensive zone face-off here, so
Again, face-offs, this is when the time of the game that face-offs are most important. Didn't really get a shot there, but the loose puck was covered up by Wedgwood, which gets the Kings this offensive zone face-off. They do have
5 forwards on.
Okay.
5 forwards out there right now. 5 on 5 with an empty net.
Oh, shoot. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Holy crap.
That's going to be it.
Ball game. Colorado takes game 1, 2-1. And we're still pushing and shoving. Guys, we're right in this thing. I feel like today's game was encouraging.
There's the positive side that you feel like
you take away those penalties,
that
like
you can,
You know, there's the positive side of
we're right. We can compete with Colorado. We know what we need to do. There's a negative side that you held them to 2 goals. You got to win those games,
Yeah.
right? You just squandered an opportunity to take control of the series. So Kings can't look back. They just have to look forward and take that positive of momentum, saying, hey, we know that we can play with Colorado,
We can
and
hang.
we were in the game, and
Yeah.
if we can just score 1 or 2 more, maybe get a win.
Things could be worse. We could be Dallas.
Especially late period.
See, the thing is, though, that really when you look at it, both teams are just down 0-1, right? Even if you could lose as bad as Dallas loses, but it still counts the same that the Kings
You're
just lost.
very true. Yeah.
Lots to build off of. All right.
Lots
Final
to take
thoughts?
from that game. I feel optimistic going forward. Where are you at?
Regroup.
Optimistic enough that you'll come back to Tom's for game 2? Because now we're 0-1 here.
Right. Yes. Well, we'll have more info on the Game 2 watch party.
Right.
On the King socials in the coming days. So stay tuned for that.
All right. Good stuff.
Final thoughts?
This was fun. Final thoughts. I'm going to go off of that. It felt like a game that you run out of time in the end, and so there's a lot of momentum to be built off.
I'd love to know what Biz is
Into
saying about
game
this
2.
game.
I would love to. You know what I mean? There's sometimes there's those games. And there's good stuff. I mean, Colorado is a beatable team.
I'll give one of the positives I think for today, just in the practice of being a little more positive instead of me being negative. The Kings held Colorado 0 for 4 on the power play.
Yeah.
We mentioned Colorado's power play is their Achilles heel. They have not been able to score on their power play all season. That is a great sign for the Kings. If they can continue to do that, they're going to be in every one of these games. It's the minute that they struggle on the PK, that's when it could get away from them. But that was a fantastic performance on the penalty kill by the Kings all game.
Yeah.
So that's a good sign. That's something that the Kings need to keep doing.
And at the end of the day, from a coaching statistic perspective, there is kind of a world where, not in the playoffs, but your power play is kind of like a ratio thing, and the LA Kings won the special teams battle. So it's, okay, they gave you 4 chances. So somebody's got to score on that power play. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, the problem was, right, the Kings won the special team battle. Great. How about the 5-on-5 battle?
Yeah,
They didn't
absolutely,
score.
but,
So
like,
that's
you
where
know?
those opportunities they got in 5-on-5, they need to put one of those in the net, and then it's a different game.
yeah, good stuff.
All right. Well, we will see you back for Game 2, Tuesday, 7 p.m. Pacific.
That's right, 7 o'clock.
Thank you to Chase, Natalie for manning everything technical over there. Thank you to Zamboni for joining us. Thank you, Jared, Anna. I am Kayla. We will see you back Tuesday. Go Kings, go.